And then a little bit of the classic, but with a new edge of Street Fighter 6 as we go into our first match on the stream. MylesChris with a Terry against Zombie Taker 99 with C.Viper.
The modern C.Viper too. You don't see, I mean, one, you don't see Vipers too often, but a modern Viper is just even more illustrious. So one of those things we got to take a look at and see what they decide to go with in terms of approach. But yeah, first match of week number 2, and I'm excited to get it started. Let's go.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like modern might be one of those things with Viper where Viper is always known for that high level execution, and modern might be a thing that bridges that gap a little bit. To go for the DP, drive rush into the throw, knocking them away, and now he's gonna have to play the zoning game a little bit. But no, Miles pushes in with the burn knuckle and closes that out.
Yeah, see, one little tap, so at that point you might as well just try to chip the ankles away, and you saw the low, not ready to duck it. And MylesChris, taking that first round. But again, first to 3 for all of our sets tonight, so definitely a lot of Street Fighter to be played. So hopefully we see some good-ass matches. But you can see right now, nothing but good punishes right now from Miles. He's locked and loaded to the corner, not going to spend. Oh, he is. Okay. I thought he was going to try to save for one more interaction, but hey, better than nothing. Spend it now.
Spend it now, get some good damage in. He's going to actually use that to recover some of his drive rush, his drive gauge there. Good call, actually. Time in the level 3, recovering the drive gauge and allowing them to get another drive rush in to get the perfect to close out game 1.
All right, and it looks like he's going to change characters. Yeah, and it looks like the modern Viper was not the answer, so let's see how we do on the Cammy this time around. I don't think they're going to be swapping off the modern style. I don't know. For me personally, I prefer modern across all characters, but I know some players, they prefer modern on some, some than others.
Yeah, staying modern on this one, probably for ease of execution, ease of access here. I think Cammy is an interesting pick. It's a good call to kind of have the character who can close in much more regularly than C.Viper, and maybe we'll see a little bit of that. But Miles not even letting them get a moment to breathe, using the burn knuckle, then the drive rush, comboing into the crack shoot, into the rising tackle, and then into the corner combo for another perfect.
Goodness gracious, can we let Zombie Taker play the game? That was a perfect from Miles, just complete domination with the Bogart. And that's what you have to do, right? You got to apply your offense and never kind of relinquish any type of momentum. And right now, he's doing it perfectly. As you can see, again, these aren't the combo videos you could do on the modern style. And right now, Miles is just putting boot to ass.
Oh, right now, another Buster Wolf. Had asked them twice if they were okay, and then closing out with a 3rd straight perfect round. This is becoming a runaway here. Now, funny thing. Looks like it. Yep, they switched to a Terry, it looks like. Funny thing here is that I actually spoke with Miles earlier today. We came across each other in a VC in the Fatal Fury Discord earlier, and I told Miles that I would be on call for this, and Miles mentioned that he didn't want to disappoint if his matches would be on stream. Not only is his match first on stream, but 3 perfects in a row is impressive no matter what happens here.
He's trying to make it 4, but not going to happen anymore. Zombie Taker finally find an answer to relinquish the perfects, right? I mean, every journey begins a single step, and first step, you got to make sure he's not getting a perfect. This is a good start, and this is a better one. Finally interrupting with the drive rush, going for the low this time. And now you can see the, I think Zombie Taker starting to get a little bit more comfortable. Maybe he was a little worried about doing the mirror match to start it off, hence why we had so many different character swaps.
Right, because you run into the situation in a mirror match where it's character versus character, and it's genuinely, who's better with that particular character, knowing how to counter, as opposed to using a character that may be advantageous or you may be better suited if you don't know the mirror match. And in this situation, it looks like Zombie Taker is actually finding their way in a lot better, fighting fire with the Terry Bogard.
Hey man, I try to tell people all the time, that's the answer for every type of situation. When you get dealt with a rock, hey, you know what's better in that situation? A bigger rock. So gotta try to apply some pressure, try to fight his way out of the corner, and now he's just catching these loops all day, every day! No, none of them, there's no invulnerability frames there, so you're not gonna be able to tank that stuff and wind up catching the DI to get the kill there. Miles, one more round here to close out the set. Zombie Taker, unfortunately, taking nothing but L's right now.
Right, and that unfortunately goes back to the point you made earlier about character knowledge. not knowing that in that situation he didn't have the iframes and was set the round wave in the corner, and now Myles burned out, but jumping over the DI and then going to the level 3. I like it. This will make a good headway into restoring his drive gauge.
Alright, Zombie Taker in a tough spot too. Man, one more interaction might spell burnout, and it definitely will be. Now getting back to the corner, he's going to do the loop one more time just in case you missed it. Instant replay, an instant win here.
See, like, players like quote-unquote cross-class fighting games, you know, seeing what skills they bring from one game to another as we go into our next game on stream, KenCritical with the Ken versus Rell with the Bison.
Ew, Bison. Come on, Rell. Couldn't you do something cool like a Ryu or something? Hook us up, man. I'm going for the tier. The top of the tier list, bro.
Bison.
But hey, man, from one modern player to another, KenCritical, you know, very popular around here, known for playing the Ken Masters on the modern. See Minefield setting up, perfect parry coming out from Ken. Gonna carry him to the corner. Not gonna be able to get anything big off of it just because of the optimization. Back to the corner you go, though, Ken.
Gets a DI and then throws him back into the corner, like you said, but Ken trying to push out of it. Rell trying to force his way back in, but Ken getting the anti-air from the head press. And starting to, like, scrap in the corner more than anything else here. Like, he's comfortable in this position almost.
Wow. Okay, he's gonna spend level 2, he's gonna put him, it's actually gonna kill him. I thought he was gonna be able to survive a little bit, but no way, Jose. KenCritical getting put into a corner and still being in control of that matchup. And that's one of those things you gotta pay attention to, like the modern matchup. I mean, sure, it's, you know, silly, you're not gonna be able to optimize combos fully, but one button supers and one button DPs are something you really gotta pay attention for.
Yeah, it makes it so you can snap off those moves a lot quicker, a lot easier, and sometimes more efficiently by having that option there. Like we saw there, nice. Rell getting a little comfortable with the DIs and KenCritical seeing it and timing it perfectly. Nice call.
Luckily you didn't get anything big off it. He was already in burnout, so that situation was not able to get anything huge off of it. But hey, getting caught with a big button like that, level 2, just shy of a level 3, but this is still going to do a big chunk of damage.
Right. Just barely surviving that one though as well.
What are we doing?
What on earth?
Why are we taunting right here, Ken?
I feel like that has to have been a missed input there. I don't know how else to explain.
Oh my god, one hit! Oh!
No way! No way!
Boom, baby! One button super.
Wow!
I do that on reaction. KenCritical almost tossed that round away and brought it back with a one button super to catch him on the approach. Yeah, Rell again got to be a little more attentive for that one.
He ate a half screen Psycho Crusher into critical art, survived, and then answered the Psycho Crusher with his own super and just stole that one after just a mind-boggling situation there. KenCritical fighting from underneath the entire set and winning every exchange.
That's what I'm saying, man. No matter what, he feels like he's in control despite being like in burnout, despite, you know, not being able to answer certain situations or optimize combos. Still looking real confident in his matchup. And again, similar situation. Not gonna be able to react this time. Yep. That should be dead. Oh, he's just gonna go for a minefield setup. Unreal. What happened? Rell choosing not to spend his meter there to try to close out that round. Got a little greedy and winds up paying for it.
I'm kind of in awe at like the situations KenCritical finds himself in and being able to fight out of it. Like foam boom fighting in the corner, now being able to counter the DIs that Rell throws out. Second time being brought to like one hit and then being able to fight out of it. Now KenCritical with a throw in the corner. Drive rush, answering the DI with his own!
He did it again. That's the second time he's baited it from out of Rell. And it's almost like Rell's doing the good call of like knowing when he wants to make the approach. But again, I think Ken is forcing his hand a little bit. And that's one of those things, like you know when they're going to retaliate, you know when they're going to press the button. You're still in the driver's seat of that offense.
Absolutely, and Rell there getting the punish counter to try to get KenCritical off of him, but they're nice, reverse the situation, calling the DI in the opposite direction. Now Rell's gonna put Ken in the corner, but I don't know if that's good, actually.
And yeah, historically, it's not been beneficial in any way, shape, or form. You can see right now, again, KenCritical is just one of those things. Like, he's just dashing in his face, doing nothing, and forcing Rell to guess wrong in every scenario. You try to duck and you get caught with the overhead, and just like that, KenCritical now on set point.
Man, forcing him in the corner hasn't worked out for Rell, and then also burning himself out to do it put him in a really bad situation there as well. But this time, Rell making sure to take full advantage of the opening here. Oh, nice backdash to avoid the throw. Both throws missed that time. Nice, perfect parry.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to be real careful with the Jinrai kicks because Psycho Crusher, an OD Psycho Crusher could really spell devastating. No punish, but he's still going to be able to get you with a counter hit. And now Rell, huge life lead right now. There's no way he can fail this, right? As long as he doesn't try to do a taunt like Ken did earlier. Oh, God. In a really bad spot.
Over. There it is. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Use the iframes, get it out there, just end it before KenCritical can get anything going. Get some momentum back on your side. See, I like that call from Rell.
That was just because of earlier in the round. He didn't opt to spend any meter in that last interaction to get the kill. This time he's going to learn from his lesson. He's going to try to close it out right away. Not going to chance it. Now we're back in it. Still set point here for KenCritical, but Rell definitely looks like he has an answer now.
Start the work a little bit. Oh, nice throw, punish counter.
Robo regen back on the mic with me. Let's go.
Oh, nice target combo is going to get him in the corner, but no, he's going to back away. He doesn't want to deal with Rell in the corner, it looks like, especially since he's burnt out.
He's got access to level 3 here, and he doesn't even need to use it, as he's going to do the regular sample combos. Sample 1 combos will get the kill at the end of the day. And KenCritical
of its peak, and now still keeping that knowledge and that experience going as we go forward into Elena versus Marisa. This will be an interesting one.
This is kind of interesting. It's one of those things that we haven't seen Elena too often. Same thing with Marisa. I think it's a kind of an uncommon character with the both of these.
Yeah.
Let's see how Jimmy wants to respond with it. Jimmy currently 3-0 right now, so wants to maintain that win streak.
Yeah, trying to do his best here, but gets red on the drive impact, and now Q's gonna push this into the corner.
Oh, I definitely lied. He's 3-1 now. I had to hit refresh. We were yapping for a minute. My fault. But I think this is Q's first match of the ladder format, and so far looking pretty good.
Yeah, solid start here. Takes the round from Jimmy. Jimmy probably has to rethink their approach here. Waited for Q to come in and then punish them. He's not going to kick them into the wall, but Elena with the counter DP and then the drive rush into the throw.
Ooh, trying to go for another throw right there. Not too common going to try to throw the grappler, but should be able to find some type of advantage right now. Going to use the level 3 just to give himself some more time. Put Jimmy into burnout and kind of give himself some time to recharge. Revitalized.
Yeah, good call here. That's going to buy Q about 3, 2, 1. Drive gauge is back.
Super smart, super smart. And now he's got a huge life advantage as well. And right now, not trying to risk anything. A critical art, still waiting in the wings for Jimmy. So one little hit confirmed could spell disastrous for Q. And he's just going to spend the level 2, going to save it for a rainy day. Now looking to try to close it out. DI going to find its connection, but no kill quite yet.
I think that was a good call there by Jimmy. Save that extra meter because the level 3 wasn't going to kill either way. And he's going to have the level 1 going into the next round as he closes it out by using his revitalized drive gauge to close it. So now going into this one with a meter, with a bar to spend. Good call by Jimmy.
Yeah, definitely smart with it, with that decision making. It makes sense why he's a doctor, right? He's got the book smarts. Oh, no! Thought he'd press, but it was just an empty dash, and Elena's so elusive, so snake-like, so you gotta try to deal with her every single time. He did it again! That's twice now! Back-to-back baits! He drops the combo, though! Big drop from Q. Oh boy, I'm gonna try to fight your way out. Life's about even right now, but Q working on 2 bars a meter. Oh
no. The
Not
poke.
dead, though.
Trying to close the distance there. Jimmy with the pokes. Q trying to move in, drive rush, not getting Jimmy to open up at all. Jimmy playing
Jimmy should
smart
not
here.
be still in this. Jimmy should be dead. The slide not gonna kill. He's gonna go with the overhead. Maybe caught him ducking right there, but man, Q got really lucky there. Whipped on his level 1 attempt, and luckily enough, Jimmy just mistimed his landing on that and survives to take that first game.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, for all you could say about, you know, Jimmy being a doctor, at this point, it didn't look like he was doing his proper research on that one. Q able to avoid those level 1s as they came out, and then being able to read the pokes themselves, going in and out before finally poking it out to get the win there. And now Jimmy trying to impose their will here, forcing Q into the corner, but Q pushing back with the punish. But Jimmy's not done.
Not by a long shot. Oh my goodness. Luckily he's able to parry right there because that does some monster chip damage. Back to the wall, but he's going to try to DI, but it's not going to work. And despite all that, Jimmy's just been playing super solid neutral throughout this entire set. I mean, even that first game was really close.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It was a good, close match here, and Jimmy looks like they're trying to find their way in, but Q trying to reverse the momentum, but Jimmy trying to push back, and now that forces Jimmy into burnout.
But again, there's still a lot of time, still got a lot of health here, so easily going to try to make it back, and relinquish some of that drive gauge, but unfortunately, try to go for something big, and with big risk comes big reward. But in this case, he's going to go to the backshots man himself. Q, DI to the wall, nothing he can do except watch and perish. Final round, game number 2. Let's go.
Yeah, it's feeling like Jimmy's maybe getting a little too trigger happy with the level 1s. Q just parrying that 3 times in a row, fully expecting it to come. So we have to see if Jimmy's going to adapt to that bit of knowledge. If Jimmy has realized that Q just sees that coming. But Q, very confident in their spacing there, not even flinching in that moment.
All right, level 2 expenditure. Maybe, I don't know what he's trying to look for. Maybe trying to get out a level 1 attempt potentially from Q. Maybe even a DP, but it's one thing. Q's been playing super solid neutral as well. It's been going back and forth between these two. And right now, though, it looks like Jimmy's going to try to secure this round, close it out, willing to spend the drive mirror, put himself in an overheat, but still in control. Back to the corner, not much you can do except sit back and block.
It looked like Q's waiting for the opening for something. I thought Q was waiting for Jimmy to burn himself out, but even then, Q was just sitting there and wait. Q's waiting on something, trying to get the jump in, eats the anti-air, and then the single leg takedown into the ground and pound, and Jimmy takes it. We are tied 1 game apiece.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, played very defensive there. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like they're second guessing themselves, maybe thinking about what to change over to. Maybe they had a controller desync. No, just gonna swap characters altogether. I didn't think the Elena was bad. I think he just played very too passive, right? He just kind of sat there and let Jimmy do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, it seemed like whatever adjustments Jimmy was making there, because Jimmy was certainly getting a little more aggressive and was a little more aware of how to approach, it seemed like that might have thrown Q off their game at least enough to make them second guess a lot more of what they were doing. And now we're seeing Q switch over to My, and this is going to promote a lot more movement from Q, and maybe that faster movement, that high-speed movement, might be enough to smother Jimmy's offense out and kind of quell that rising storm from Jimmy.
Whoa, actually the modern My, I didn't even realize he swapped over to modern style. So maybe he was just one of those things. He saw how many times Jimmy was willing to spend his meter so early on, not really save up for that level 3, but use like the level 1s or 2s just to kind of charge himself up. And I think Q is like, man, maybe I should start doing that. Using my meter a little bit earlier on to give yourself some advantage. Because as we know, you want to try to use your super a little bit early so you can get your charged up fans.
Right, having the super out there gives you your buff, lets you do a little bit extra with your combos, gives My fair bit more properties with her fans, with her Suzumibachi, but now we're seeing Q just making a lot of use with just rushing in and just throwing, but I mean, it's doing damage, it's working.
And again, I feel like Q just holding back the entire time, not really able to find any type of opening. Good DI through. Did he catch him pressing? He did. Try to throw 1 fan. The first fan you threw out the entire set. You're going to be launched with a level 3 to the wall. Trying to get the implant. Got to get her the right way, though. One more hit. You should be able to spell out another round. And there it is. Sorry, Regent. Jimmy dominating right now.
No, yeah, Jimmy's just running away with it. I thought for a second there they were both in burnout, so it was still precarious for either side, but Q again playing very passively, very defensively. Looks like they're trying to find a hole in Jimmy's game now, as opposed to trying to create one themselves. They've been locked down into a very passive position here. And it could be because of Jimmy's offensive changeup as of late, being a lot more pushing, as we see here, pushing with the low kick, now pushing with the punches, trying to go in with the phalanx maybe. Oh, got the low sweep there.
Those low light punches have been really paying dividends for Jimmy, just to kind of give himself some type of opening armors through. And another low. We've seen this story but time and time again, but Jimmy, all of a sudden, after that first game, just flipped on a switch and just has not let go at all. Because all of a sudden, now he's on set point. Q has no answer for this Marisa.
Yeah, just pushing forward. There's the guard to push through. Oh, nice. Breaks the armor there, but Jimmy's undaunted at this point. There's the
over the fan? Uh-oh, where are you going? And here we go. One more interaction, one more mix is all he needs. Tries to fight his way out with the drive rush, but not going to be able to find anything right now. Back to the corner you go. You jump. Oh, I thought he was going to get caught by him, but luckily he's still alive. Trying to armor through everything. Still has an opportunity to bring this back, especially with a critical heart as well. Both in burnout and chip damage is going to be the one to seal the deal. Jimmy was looking a little dicey towards the end right there. Feels like
your frame there really makes a difference, and it makes so much more of a difference than one would think as we get ready for our next game here. A little bit of a cannon fight, so to speak. NoGoodCitizen with the Bison versus Myles with the Cammy coming in here.
Yeah, you definitely want to talk about some cannons. You're looking at two of the biggest and best cannons right here in Street Fighter. M.Bison coming out for NoGoodCitizen, and the Cammy coming out from MylesChris. We saw MylesChris a little bit earlier. Let's see if he can find another successful game here against one of the top tiers.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of that here. Now, Cammy has the capability of closing distance effectively, as we see there with the drive rush sneaking in, going, for the hooligan combination overhead, but NoGoodCitizen.
Boom!
Oh, nice! Parrying the jump in overhead and then taking the throw to close it out does Myles as we go to the next round.
Yeah, that one in particular doesn't really, you don't have to worry about a cross-up all too often, but that's the benefit of throwing out the parry here and there, because it just can kind of mitigate any chance of a potential mix. But right now, NoGoodCitizen did not like that round, because now it's just all offense DI to get out of the string. Was hoping for a little gap in there to maybe get that trade off of the DI, rock versus bigger rock, but MylesChris fighting his way out of the corner the hard way, and now all of a sudden feels like he's in control here.
Yeah, right now, Myles is just one good hit away from taking the loss, and there it is, one good hit from NoGoodCitizen, bringing us to the final round here. And now let's see if Myles is going to make any adjustments. Both players here with full meter.
Oh boy, 3 sticks of butter on your screen, baby. Better get your insulin ready, Grandma, because there's going to be a lot of sugar happening right now. You can see MylesChris, pretty decent light deficit, but trying to fight his way out. And again, you have to worry about the Psycho Crusher all the time for Bison, right? It just can close the distance on a moment's notice.
Right, and then of course with that Psycho Crusher, he also still has the level 3, he still has the head press. There's a lot of ways here, as we see, good opening there, but good throw break there from Myles. There's the head press.
Oh no! Is he going to spend it? Yeah, he's going to spend it because he's already been burnout, so wants to give him some time to get back. It's going to be a critical heart, so it's going to do a little bit extra damage, but still got a little bit more work to do here. Big hill to climb. Chip damage becoming a factor as well, and you knew I just spoken into existence. I'm sorry, Myles. I shouldn't have said anything because he immediately EX Psycho Crusher through that little bit of health he had left.
Yeah, but it was a good call by NoGoodCitizen there, using the Psycho Crusher as they were landing. Ooh, nice. Devil's Reverse, but slid underneath that with the Spiral Arrow.
3 more Maturino codes left, everybody. Help us claim those last 3. Oh, nice jab interrupt this time. I feel like Myles is definitely pumping up the offense. Oh, man. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, another one. DJ Khaled out here wants to do it twice, trying to catch him with an overhead. And now he's just going to drive rush him down. One more low, just crossing him up again, going for the throw. One more hit should be able to close out this round.
Ooh, but Myles countering back with the knee press, Psycho Crusher into the corner, drive impact, knee press EX, and here we go. The loop in the corner. The bomb is set. Head press. Nice.
Oh,
Save
DI.
the bomb.
Oh gosh. No, not gonna be dead. Gotta be careful though. Ah, there it is. Invulnerability frame, saving the day once again. He was already in burnout, so one of those things like he's just gonna throw it out just to make sure you can have an answer for that DI.
Yeah, and it wound up working out at the end there, just being able to toss that out there. Like you said, already in burnout, may as well throw what he's got. Oh, head press over, excuse me, the spiral arrow this time.
Ooh. Okay, just gonna keep applying pressure here. Yeah, you like that, right? I was gonna say, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. I mean, NoGoodCitizen trying to tie things up. Oh my gosh!
Here we go. That should close the round with the knee press nightmare and tying this game up 1 round apiece.
and you saw there, Rell saw that Bison use the level 1. He said, "Nah, I don't want to use my meter. I'm out of here." Let's take some notes there, Rell. I want you to use the meter just like him. He's doing it textbook, baby. Gotta fight your way out here, Myles. He's been doing good at before, but now feels like he's on the back foot. I mean, 1 more round. I mean, despite how close this match has been, I mean, NoGoodCitizen could take a 2-0 lead here.
Yeah, and the thing that oh, nice, good use of the level 3 again. Drive gauge, good use of the level 3 to recover the drive gauge. One of the things you brought up about having to fight their way out of the corner is when Bison has the bomb on you, it really locks you down. It makes it hard to fight out, but Myles was able to withstand the storm, fought out of it, gets the overhead, but gets poked when they went for the spiral arrow.
Oh no, oh no. Don't. Okay, I was gonna say, don't ruin it, don't jinx your chance. And the little drive rush low has been carrying him throughout this entire set. He's been doing that a lot. That's kind of a staple for Cammy, right? It's one of those things you always got to pay attention to it, so you can really optimize off of that quick little low.
Oh yeah, it's one of the scary things with Cammy. Like, Cammy's able to make the most out of very little. Like, you see there just how speedy Cammy can be, especially off of drive rush. It's actually rather wild, but here we see NoGoodCitizen with the throw loop. That's 2.
3 times?
Nope.
I thought it was going to be 3rd. I definitely would have been ready for it, but right now, Myles doesn't even need to throw. Still going to wind up dying here. DI just to kind of force himself out, but the minefield's already been set, so going to have a tough time trying to inch his way out, and the only thing going to be inching closer to is the bare knuckle of my fist.
It's one of the scary things when Bison sets the bombs. It's that issue of you can't really fight, you have to just kind of hold it. If Bison just blocks everything, you can't disable the bomb, so you have no chance to survive, make your time at that point.
And he's just going to do it again. 1 more time, just hold back, Simulator. Having a real tough time. Throw just out of range. Oh, he could have got a whip punish right there. Luckily, Myles wasn't reacting to it. Light work, no reaction. Back to the corner now. Now NoGoodCitizen has to deal with the onslaught of Cammy.
EX Psycho Crusher to get their own way out. And now he's going to throw Myles. Going to drive rush in, but Myles ready for it. Answering back with their own combo. Moving combination into the throw. And DI's into the corner.
Oh. Could have tried to kill with something bigger, but try to save the meter. Nice throw escape. He's ready for it. Looking for some more firepower. The low's going to try to chip him down. And all of a sudden, he puts himself in an overheat.
Oh,
unfortunate. No. Got a little too overzealous. Those lows are good, but I mean, they're not that good, especially when you have somebody holding down back all the time. You're just never going to find an opening. NoGoodCitizen, 2-1 lead here. Still first to 3 throughout the entire night. So MylesChris can still, bring it back, but we were talking about earlier, like that was a problem with his potential his resource management, but gotta lock it down now. Last opportunity. Oh yeah, baby. And rinse and repeat. Set the minefield, put the offense on him. Put it on him, man. And just like that, back into the corner again. And NoGoodCitizen now is going to have to put into a guess situation. He took the throw. He was ready for it, but still did another throw. And just like that, set point now for NGC. Let's go. Firepower, baby. Trying to find his way out, but again, big hill to climb. Got to try to bring it back. Can definitely do it. Still got the skills for it. But again, EX Psycho Crusher finds its mark. And we just seen this replay time and time again. Myles back to the corner, NoGoodCitizen just planting the minefields. You already know he wants to plant the seed.
Alright, I think I'm good now. NoGoodCitizen putting like such a hurting on that last round. My internet decided to act up a little bit, but NoGoodCitizen having Myles in the corner, knee press nightmare into the follow-up Psycho Hammer, and with that, NoGoodCitizen closes out 3-1.
Back into the lineup, bro. You got to come do Fatal Fury, because it seems like when we do Fatal Fury matches, every single match goes to a final round situation. So I think this one might actually go the distance too. Zombie Taker, we saw them earlier, not too much success with the Viper, but actually still going to stick it out with the Viper. You know, they played 3 different characters, including the Cammy that we saw on their potential last match against MylesChris. But of course, when it comes to Jewelman, it's only the Honda that we're going to be seeing.
Right, and if this match does go the distance, it's certainly not going to be going for speed, but right now, Jewelman just pushing forward with the drive rush and the Doskoi headbutt, just trying to keep the corner pressure, but Zombie Taker trying to fight out. The throw there, drive rush into the corner, and then another throw, and that takes the round. Zombie Taker taking the first round, and momentum seems to be on their side so far. This throw. Good launcher there. Zombie Taker continuing the pressure. Oh, Sumo Spirit. Yeah.
He does it twice. This man's not real. I love it. As silly as it is, it's one of those things like you need to play like that. It's kind of sporadic gameplay, so you can kind of catch your opponent off guard. And this time, what do they call it? The soy? I forgot what it's called. Soy Stomp or something like that.
Oh yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Sumo Stomp. Yeah.
You know, I was commentating with Hizzle last night, and he told me exactly how to pronounce it, and I still want to forget it, because, of course, he typed it for me. That's a sin when it comes to Tekken players, because you know them boys can't read. But what I can read is numbers. As long as it goes to 3, that's the first I can read. So, 1-0 up for Zombie Taker. And then, right? If it's like a best of 7, I'm screwed, man. And I like his Zombie Taker. I mean, night and day difference from that first game, right? I think before he was looking a little weak in the knees when it comes to like just performance overall and just trying to find buttons to press. But all of a sudden now, I feel like maybe he's like, oh, I know the Honda matchup. This is easy.
Yeah, it's starting to like come together for him there, basically. Yeah.
Wow. Dominating performance right now. 3 rounds straight here for Zombie Taker. He's trying to take more than just zombies right now. He's trying to take some dubs.
Right now, goal right now trying to take the spirit of Jewelman, jumping over the throw, but Jewelman with the overhead chop. And there's the punish counter, and that's going to open up Zombie Taker for the perfect KO by Jewelman with the sumo palm thrusts.
All right, he's ready. He said, don't count me out yet, Winged Regen. I know what I'm doing here. Just got to get me going a little bit. One little sip of my sake, and I'm back in.
But right now, the Japanese spirit of the sake flowing through Jewelman is nothing in the face of the technological might of Zombie Taker, but Jewelman with the punish counter off the perfect parry said, no, this sake has increased my reflexes.
Oh boy, he's got to maybe take one more sip, because he's going to get caught again, but luckily he doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so he's not going to be able to kill quite yet. With his low, we'll be able to lift him up and slam him down. 2-0 lead now for Zombie Taker. Wow, I like the change. Whatever he decided to do in the off time, it's definitely paying off.
Yeah, it's a completely different mindset going into this one, but now Jewelman is going to try to adhere to their character's actual spirit of fighting with the sumo, pressure, trying to force Zombie Taker into a corner, and now having to do it the other way as both players are eyeing each other, keeping distance until Jewelman jumps in and tries to close it.
Yeah, I think Zombie Taker was waiting for the headbutt, and I think Jewelman was doing the same exact thing. He's like, I'm gonna make him think I'm on headbutt, bait out a level 1, and just sumo slam him down. So I like the patience that Jewelman's willing to kind of play, right? And just kind of sit there and do the neutral game and do the neutral shit.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and there's the drive impact in the corner. He's gonna get the stomp. And then the overhead into the EX.
Oh my goodness. Calling on the sun and calling on the spirit of sumo wrestling. A perfect round to close it out here for Jewelman, bringing it back. And this is crazy that, I mean, that's the same game. Just a moment ago, they were just staring at each other, doing nothing for a solid like 10 seconds. And in the very next round, Jewelman closes out with a perfect in 15 seconds. So that's like the balance that you have to have. You need to know when to play a little bit more patient, a little bit more methodical, and know when to kind of apply offense and never let go of the drive button.
Yeah, it was a huge momentum shift there, and that speaks to the players knowing when to engage and when not to. As we see Zombie Taker already 10 seconds into the match, about 55–60% health taken from Jewelman, but now Jewelman reversing polarity and now forcing Zombie Taker back into a corner.
Yeah, not out of this yet, so looking pretty solid. He's got the install ready. Let's see if he's willing to use it. I think he's going to be trying to charge it up, accidentally putting himself in the corner, but Zombie Taker not willing to risk any type of approach, just going to go for the big low. DI, oh, is a bait. Going for the sumo slam again, overhead. Still an opportunity to close this out. He's got to be perfect with his defense right now because one little lift up, one little launch would be dead here for either player.
Seismic slam. Oh, but into the wall. This might kill. Oh, a pixel.
Oh, it's not
just
dead.
About a pixel.
Oh, DI, not enough again.
There it is.
And Jewelman, what a good call right there. That was really risky, but still able to survive by the skin of his teeth. And now still trying to tie things up. And all of a sudden, Zombie Taker trying to bring things back.
Trying to fight their way through, but Jewelman, oh, no. Third time wasn't the charm there. Zombie Taker patient enough to block. Drive rush in and then throw. Now he's going to use the seismic slam to force some distance here, but Jewelman just not letting them do it as Zombie Taker starting to back up a little bit, getting a little defensive.
Yeah, a little patient. It was one of those things, he didn't even react to the DI. I saw that coming in, but
no.
It's one of those things,
Yeah.
that's how he's caught the, put him into that fear lock. It's just making him not press any buttons when he sees it, a reactable move.
Ooh, but on the flip side, Zombie Taker spending 2 bars here, and that's going to bring Jewelman right down to a sliver. And we'll see if Zombie Taker can just close out
chip
with that
damage
one.
though. Still has an opportunity. He's just going to interrupt with the low check. Definitely a good call right there. Did not want to give Jewelman any type of opening because he did have access to a critical art, so any type of hit confirm would have been dead for sure. Set point here for Zombie Taker, but Jewelman, again, trying to bring things back. And he does have 3 sticks of butter, so one more hit could be dead. My gosh, Zombie Taker getting so much mileage with that low.
Jewelman with a double Oicho throw, and then now we're seeing both players kind of keeping distance.
He's totally cool with this because he's trying to bait something out.
Yeah, they're both
right there.
Yeah, they both seem like they're trying to bait each other out here, but both of them are trying to display some patience here, trying not to. Oh, there's the Oicho throw again! The EX version! Jewelman said, enough of this. Enough.
I've had enough of your games, young blood. I'm just gonna run up and grab you. Do something silly for the camera. And you can see Zombie Taker said, all right, that was fun in games. Now to pull out the big guns. No more C.Viper. We saw the Cammy and we saw the Bogart earlier. I don't know. I would think that Bogart is gonna come out here, right?
I would think Bogart would have the better tools, honestly, with the ranging, with the power wave, being able to close with the burn knuckle. I feel like Terry would have the better tools overall. We'll see. Cammy, okay. Probably opting to go for the speed instead. It's not a bad call either way. Let's see if that changes things.
But again, similar situation. Like you play so patient, you play so passive, and it's one of those things that you just don't keep your finger on the trigger. The moment that's what Jewelman does such a good job of it. Just like letting the opponent get comfortable to a point where he's not going to expect simple things like a run-up command throw or even the scoy from miles away.
Yeah, and as we see here, the Oicho throw again, spelling doom for Zombie Taker. And now Jewelman, this puts him at set point.
Well, look at that regen. You wanted a barn burner match. You've got it. Because right now I feel like Zombie Taker could definitely bring things back.
Oh, there's still a shot here. Perfect parry, but doesn't get the follow-up, unfortunately. Good throw. Good throw.
And you see, that could be one of those situations where it's just, again, he's playing so many different characters that may have just did a brain fart, just pulling out the wrong move after the perfect parry. No escape!
It's one of those things where switching between characters, you gotta find your flow again when switching to the new character. You kind of get yourself, a little caught up or crossed up in your own mind, depending on what character you're using. You see Jewelman trying to assert their pressure here, but right now, Zombie Taker eats the follow-up, and this might spell doom.
Yep. And you don't need to be a spelling bee champion to spell the W. You can see right there, Zombie Taker, unfortunately, not going to be able to make it out, and leaving us with the greatest shot of all time. I appreciate it.
Having different characters at the ready for you to prepare for different outcomes. And as we see here, we're getting ready with our first match with EC versus Advent, Juri versus Ken.
Right, we haven't seen EC today. Like I said, one of those things finished with a pretty good standing, but still wind up in the actual lower half of the bracket. So let's see if they can try to reverse fate and bring things back. But just all of a sudden, perfect parry coming out from Advent, trying to shift in the tide, putting himself in the corner. Let's see how we try to maintain that pressure. The reflect coming out from EC, just building up 3 stacks already. And one of those things you gotta pay attention for that when it comes to the Juri matchup.
Ooh, Advent with the overhead, kept the combo going, drive impact into the wall, Dragon Lash into the super to close out. Dominant run there by Advent, nice little stretch there, not letting EC breathe in the corner there and just continued keeping the pressure on and just knocked them straight out of the park with the super. Now we're seeing Advent kind of keep the pressure on again with the throw.
I like it, gotta keep it going, gonna DP, just try to get out of harm's way. EC doesn't want to fall too far behind. And again, it's first to 3 the entire tournament, so definitely has some time to make the adaptations, but still, seems like right now, EC in the driver's seat and gonna use the level 3 as well just to kind of maintain pressure. Try to give him some time to recharge, because you see right now, Drive Rage not looking so hot.
That was a good call there. Oh, jump over with the cross-up stomp, but now EC's in the corner, fights their way out of it. Gonna build up a little bit. Charge here, but nice DI to close the round, and EC ties it up.
Yeah, it's supposed to, you have to be really careful when you try to go for Ken's Jinryu kicks, because any point in time, he can make it pop a super, they can pop a DI, any type of armor move, so you just got to make sure you're being a little bit more timid when you try to go for that, because I think hit confirming that move in particular is super important with that matchup.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a good way to set up Ken's offense, but right now, Advent stuck in the corner, unable to get anything going, and EC just gets the perfect KO to close out and getting the first point on the board.
Locked and loaded. I mean, instant rematch for these two. It was a close match, but I felt like EC, once they kind of got control of the offense, they just refused to give it up. And it looks like they're picking up where they left off from game number 1. Already starting off with a huge, like 60%, 90% lead. No reaction off the DI. And just like the spicy wings, that is light work to me.
And just like that, EC going in there, second verse, same as the first. Closing out exactly the same way as they closed out the last round. But now, Advent going into a little bit more of a zoning style, and that opens up EC just a little bit for Advent to get some breathing room here, and forcing an error there. Good move.
Baited, and just like that, P for P, baby. No bathrooms, but perfect for perfect right now. Oh wow, I thought it was a perfect.
Evan got like a little, yeah, like just a little bit of damage, but almost a perfect. It was a near perfect on that.
It was a perfect to me, Advent. I'm a big laser the Ken player, so I'll definitely give you the benefit of the doubt. But right now, EC, yeah, I was gonna say, I think EC is gonna try to double perfect himself now. Still working on a great option right now. Options like trying to keep him in the corner, DI, gives himself some breathing rooms and alleviating that perfect. Every journey begins a single step, and the Hadouken is immediately gonna get caught by the level 3. Was in the Bear Grip's range. That should be enough to kill, and it is. Game number 2. Despite it going to the final round, dominating performance right now from EC. Wants to keep it going all the way through game number 3 here.
seemed like a little bit there EC's pressure is forcing Advent on his back foot, but Advent is also starting to figure out just a little bit on how to counter it. We saw Advent there realize that there was an opening for Shoryu and was popping EC for that a little bit, but EC answering the Hadouken with the level 3, incredibly smart play there. And now we're going to see if EC's offensive pressure is going to keep Advent careening backwards off a cliff, or can Advent find his way off the precipice?
All right, and right now it looks like he's still on the edge, tempting fate right now, trying to just battle his way out. But that's what I was saying. I think EC's just kind of just waiting his time, just trying to let him swing himself into death. And now that he's in burnout, yeah, I was just going to say, he's in the corner in a precarious position. And you talked about the cliff side. He is dangling on by a single finger here. Set point for EC. And this is loser side, so you lose this game, you're out of the tournament.
Unfortunately, it's not seeming like Advent's on the edge of glory here, but EC starting to find that rhythm again. Got thrown twice on punish counters, but EC's not letting up at all. Unintimidated by criminal threats in this situation.
Okay, back to the corner. I try to go for the Shoryu rep, but that ain't gonna work on me, old man. That's the old school stuff. Could level 3 if they really need to. Not gonna need it, not gonna do it, and still gonna be able to close out the game. Dominating performance right now from EC, picking up where they left off, and moving on in our bracket.
Solid, you know, you run into that situation where you're just like, okay, you know, guess I'll end here, you know, it's over. Yeah. So
guess I'll uninstall now, right?
Yeah, guess all right, GG's fine. As we go into Jewelman, who we saw earlier with the Honda, keeping the Honda going against Triumph's a modern Luke.
All right, here we go. Yeah, modern Luke, I mean, just Luke in general is kind of surprising. He went from like the poster child of the game to kind of falling to the wayside. Double DI? Oh my goodness, Triumph. Already started off hot. Let's go, keep it going here for this first game.
It's going to be an interesting one with Luke's offensive tools that are, I feel, really well made to counter anything Honda can do to push in. As we see Triumph forcing Jewelman into the corner with the uppercut. Gonna pull back a little bit, block the sumo drop, and counters the DI with one of his own. Good reflex.
Yeah, rock versus bigger rock, not gonna chance anything. Just one button into another one button. You know the modern level 3 is gonna hurt like a truck. All right,
beautiful way to close out the round there by Triumph. And want to give a quick shout out, Bo Holiday, $50 added into the Match Arena prize pool. Thank you so much for that donation.
What up, Dono? Let's go, big stuff in the Bo Holiday. Coming in just in time here for our top 8. Let's see how Jewelman wants to react after seeing that instant donation. I think it's going to be a big turnaround right now because Jewelman's not one of those players that kind of get flustered by somebody playing like aggressive offense like Triumph has. But unfortunately, Triumph was reacting like that last time, but not this time. Too slow on the button, and Jewelman trying to bring things back.
Right now, trying to bring things back, but Triumph just stood there and just like Neo batting away the bullets, and like Neo just dealing with the bullet, just completely ignored all those sumo hand stops.
You have to believe you're the one regen in order to find a way in. Like the one, he's just trying to get his way back in, and especially gonna take advantage of the fact that he's in overheat. One more mix will be dead. Try to go for a throw, but again, it's not gonna matter when you can try to go for any type of in-air move. I'm gonna hit you with the DI the DP every single time.
And Triumph with that uppercut, he was beginning to believe in that moment, and that gave him the round win there. But now he's back into a corner. Jewelman with the headbutt, trying to keep the pressure, but Triumph scrapping out of it. Trying to open up. Not that time. Couldn't get the DP on that one. Just armor broke, but there's going to be the critical art. Yes, it is.
Okay. It's one of those things, I mean, we were talking about the Matrix and stuff. I think Jewelman may have watched the new Matrix. He's not doing a whole lot of, like, dodging. He's just throwing out, like, the hand gestures, right?
It's just kind of, yeah, it's just kind of a facsimile of the choreography there, as we see. We see Triumph again with the uppercut, catching the anti-air.
That's the modern style, man. The one-button DP, just getting you out of harm's way. Doing it again, one time for the people in the back, and the jump back. The jump back, what is that? The 7D? Oh, that's Fatal Fury. My fault. The jump back medium kick to be able to close out that round.
Yeah, it was a good call there by Triumph, beating air to air that time and being able to land that one shot. Now Triumph is just riding all the momentum into this, going 2-0, and here we go with some throws. Nope, once, twice, 3 times a lady, but that time Jewelman jumps out, but is still going to eat the perfect KO to close out.
Wow, what happened, man? It felt like Jewelman was in this fight, and all of a sudden now he's out of it again. His Triumph is just playing like a madman, already on set point to eliminate the man himself, trying to do a little bit better performance. I don't think he made top 8 last week. I believe he just missed the cut. Just like he just missed the level 2 attempt right there. Thought he caught him pressing, but not on my watch.
Backdash into the corner. Triumph is burnt out here, though, so this could be an opening for Jewelman. But those delays and those charge-ups are causing a little bit of a disruption in the rhythm, and Jewelman's not able to answer back, and unfortunately got caught pressing and then eats the follow-up to close out. Triumph takes it. Handle this situation against Jimmy DR.
Dude, this was still not on my bingo sheet of having a potential Manon mirror match in winners finals. But let's see, one step at a time, my guy wins. He finished 3rd place last week, so as long as he wins this match here, he'll minimum match his same performance, but I know he's looking for a lot more. He told me he was happy with his performance, but he wanted more. And let's see if he's gonna get it here, or is the doctor gonna put him to sleep? Let's go.
Oh, nice. Went for the overhead, and then he's gonna go for the medal. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those things like my guy wins is definitely one of the players that values the stop, trying to build up as many medallions as he can going into that final round. You see right here, he'll typically end the combo early and try to go for a mix-up with another command throw.
It's a good strategy with Manon, yeah, building up the medals so you have more power for your throws later. And it's one of those things where you don't realize how much they add up. It's one of the things, oh, wow. That's unfortunate. The level 2 closing out for Jimmy and taking that round away from my guy wins.
Yeah, I like that Jimmy is willing to use his meters super early on in these fights. He's, one of the few players that actually uses level 2 pretty consistently, and just when I say that, my guy wins immediately using their version of level 2. So now, all of a sudden, a burnout situation for Jimmy. How's he going to try to fight his way in? He tried to go for a button, but you're only going to be met with a big rock. All command throw, just trying to go for a potential tech, but nothing gonna happen except gonna be dead. GG, shake my hand. Go next round.
I love that little drive rush into a backdash there. Faked out Jimmy going for the throw, then hit a DI into the wall, forced the stun, and then closing out with a good max damage combo in that situation. Closing out and then getting the medal, so they're going into this final round with 4 medals out of 5. Good play there by my guy wins.
Oh god, you mean 5 regen, because 5 is on the board, so you gotta be real careful. Next command throw will take a good chunk of your life, potentially putting you in a one-hit scenario. Not where you want to be.
Yeah, 5 medals, those command throws are a third of your health. There's no other way around it. Like, at this point, a command throw is kill.
Yeah, 100%. So you have to be at a range where it's not going to kill, but at the same time, you always got to worry about, you're so worried about the level 5 command throw that you're forgetting about the dance of death. Level 3 is for me. Game number 1. Right. My guy from Utah. Let's go.
Nice close out there, and that's the other thing, that comboing into that level 3, and the level 3 now gets a little bit of a damage boost from the medals. That's something that was given to Manon recently-ish from the last Street Fighter 6 update, so nice little
I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's not something she needed.
I mean, she needed other things, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
Hey, I'm finally going into the final, into the next round already, bro. 5 already? Get this guy out of here, man.
And that is a good sign of Manon play. If they're going into the next round with a high medal count, that's how you know the momentum has been on their side in the previous round. Now it's on Jimmy to stop it.
I don't know if he's going to be able to stop him, man. It's just non-stop aggression. All of a sudden, Jimmy, Doctor, must have took the right pills today. All of a sudden, he woke up and now he's rock hard. Bing, bang, boom. Perfect retaliation round for Jimmy. Here we go. Still got to deal with the level 5 stacks for Manon, but looks like he's answering it well.
He's not letting my guy get any sort of momentum going. There's the wake up level 3. That's gonna do half your health right there with 5 medals.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Sweeping. Gotta be careful now in death zone. He still has access to all of his meter, and it looks like he's never gonna get an opportunity to use it. Good defense though, still alive.
There's still an opportunity here if Jimmy can bait something out and get the critical art.
Ah! Not dead! Ah.
Oh, nope, there it is, unfortunately. My guy getting the overhead into the follow-up, and now that gives my guy 2-0 on Jimmy.
Man, I'm telling you, though, he wants another repeat top 3 finish out here. One more round will secure, one more game will secure the deal for him. All of a sudden, I feel like Jimmy just remembered he's starting to play Marisa one more time. Parry's not going to work on me. And all of a sudden, wow, big turnaround right here for Jimmy.
That's the type of thing you want to do against Manon. It's very deceiving because you feel like Manon is a grappler, so you don't want to get that close, but Manon more excels in that mid-range. Manon, I feel like, has better success in that mid-range because of the long legs, the long reach there. And when you get up close to Manon, you really take away Manon's opportunities to do anything, as we see there. Jimmy closing out with a perfect, and now Jimmy's on the board. You know, with a 2-1, still my guy wins, but Jimmy now realizing, okay, this is what I gotta do.
I like it. This is what you need to do to retaliate, right? You gotta make sure you're being the aggressor here, because I think if you give Manon kind of the reins of the offense, you're letting her dictate the pace, and then again, you don't want to play that mid-range. You want to close the distance a little bit better and kind of play at the range 0 type deal. But again, that's not where Marisa's strong suits are, so gotta try to find a way to change fate. This is a great way out of the corner, but not out of harm's way.
T-kick to try to answer. Now my guy is fishing. He's trying to get something in there, but Jimmy with the T-kick tried to rush in, but didn't have the opportunity. And there's the command grab to close it out and give my guy a 3rd medal going into set point.
Alright, set point here for my guy wins to move on into winners finals. Back-to-back weeks winners finals. Let's see if we can make it happen. But Jimmy just trying to apply pressure. I think he was trying to look back at the VODs and see what he did to get that 1 round or that 1 game win. Oh, try to go for a throw. Winds up whipping, catching nothing but the feet.
Unfortunate timing there. Oh, breaks the DI with the punch and sends Manon across the ground. And now Jimmy's on the board for this game. See if Jimmy can keep this going.
Okay, he can definitely bring this back here. He's not out of this yet. Oh, another big counter. He tried to find some more openings. He tried to interrupt there again, but this time, quick little buttons from my guy wins. He doesn't want to do anything risky, so he's trying to play a little bit more neutral focused. Oh, gotta be careful. Almost level 2 again.
Yeah. Oh, tried to reach there, but ate the Gladius and then the T-kick. Pushing in, the drive rush. This might close it.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Level 3. Oh man, what happened? It was a dominant 2 games for my guy wins, but all of a sudden Jimmy, like I said, he took his notes, and all of a sudden we are back in a final game situation.
That was beautifully done. It was good adapting done by Jimmy there. All they needed to do was figure out how to get in. My guy is starting to realize that that's their issue here, trying to make sure that Jimmy doesn't get in. Jimmy was finding the openings to find their pressure, and as we see here, finding it, keeping it going, and now my guy has to fight out of that situation. As we see, my guy backing away to create that distance where Manon specializes in.
That was an amazing whip punish right there. Double armor to kind of give himself some breathing room, but that's the thing, now he's in a dangerous spot where he can't do another armor move without putting himself into burnout. But he's gonna put my guy wins in the corner. Did he catch him pressing? No! Perfect punish right there. He's ready for it. And just like that, bringing it all the way back. After being down 2-0, Jimmy Doctor has an opportunity to reverse sweep and bring it all the way back, and this is a great start.
Pushing into the corner, already about half their health gone, and it's just going to keep it going. Gladius in the corner, that's going to hit, that's going to get My Guy out of the corner, and now My Guy's in their position. It's where they want to be, and now Jimmy has to find their way back inside range 0 and get into that phone booth box.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Oh man.
That's
Just
it.
like that, dude. Reverse sweep here for Jimmy Doctor. Like I said, it's never over until it's over, until Manon is dead. And right now, people are celebrating. No Manon winners finals tonight right now. Jimmy Doctor, levels that only somebody with a doctorate could understand. So, Jimmy Doctor securing his spot in winners finals. Let's see who's going to meet the Marisa in that winners finals. Levi actually started off tonight with the Viper. Has a Manon in the back pocket if needed, but KenCritical, of course, the tried and true modern Ken Masters. Oh, man, and just like that, DI, not going to work for him, but still, I think what you saw right there, Levi just doing an empty jump, trying to see if he's willing to throw out an OD DP or something like that.
Trying to bait something out, seeing how jumpy Ken would be. Yeah, I can see that. But right now, Levi's stuck in the corner, a little bit of scrapping the side. Oh, eats it there. Nice hit. Nice. Parries the DI, doesn't go for it. Jumps in, gets a shorty again. And there's a drive rush into the corner.
Oh, he doesn't spend it. Oh, man, he actually puts himself in the corner trying to go for a jump in there. I think he was trying to bait something out as well, but nice throw escape. Still has an opportunity. Dashing in. Gonna spend it all. Now puts them both into overheat. Still has meter on the table, so one little confirm could be death. One more hit from
There it is.
KenCritical, and of course the DP. Try to do the jump in, and that's what's crazy. That one little jump in into nothing kind of set the tone early on, and then now KenCritical has been DPing every single jump attempt from Levi.
Yeah, it kind of put it in his head that this is what he's willing to do in this situation. And with that scenario now, Ken going into this with full meter, but so is Levi, and now Levi's got the buff activated.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, as well as I think if you're a Viper player and you're down around, you gotta try to get that install done early and try to take advantage of the buffs. Oh, and you see again, Critical. This is a no flight zone, dude. No matter what happens, every single time he tries to make the approach, every time he goes to the air, he's immediately met with the single button of death. And now, speaking of death, one hit, one confirm for KenCritical could be all he needs with that level 3.
Yeah, KenCritical just, tried it again there, but ate the kick. And now again, Levi just flying all over the place, but KenCritical forced the burnout, and again, eats a Shoryu.
One little low, that's all he needs. He's gonna get crossed up. That's why he's gonna go for parry. Did he catch him pressing? He did! He tried to go for the throws. He got too greedy, trying to close it out. And instead, you're met with a Shoryu Reppa. Critical art to close out game number 1. Give it to him.
Oh, the Shoryu Reppa, the added hit at the end, the critical art, KenCritical going in and taking that game. And it's an interesting position there because we saw how the anti-airs were sort of conditioning KenCritical, but to no avail. Burning kicks were starting to catch KenCritical, but KenCritical was like, I'll take that, because if you don't burning kick, I still win. So KenCritical was weighing the risk reward quickly and was just taking the risk and reaping the reward.
Hey man, it's a double-edged sword. So let's see if Levi can turn that sword around, turn it into a self-piercing dagger with the Elena swap. And that's one of those things. I'm kind of curious why the Elena here. You think it's a better matchup when it comes to modern style?
Oh, that's an interesting one because Elena has so many different ways to approach with her. I don't know if this would be something that would particularly be a benefit against like modern Ken, but it seems to be working pretty well here as Levi's on the verge of a perfect, and the overhead gives it to Levi going into round 2.
I wonder if it's instead of him just playing more defensively, it's an opportunity for him to kind of interrupt and be a little bit more counter hit play style, a little bit more heavy on the button presses, a little bit more heavier on the offense.
Right, enables him to get more of a flow that he can control as opposed to having Viper's flow that is predicated on the opponent.
Oh, he actually meant to tech the throw. Dude, I hate when that happens. When I try to tech a throw and the opponent throws me, I get so pissed.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a frustrating moment there, but there we go, going into the level 3. This should force a burnout.
It's gonna be close.
Yep.
Can't tell. Ken, move your face, bruh. Trying to see if you're in burnout or not. And yes,
Yep,
you are.
Brought him straight into burnout and in the corner, so this is going to be a dangerous situation, and there's the stun.
The magic of Capoeira, bringing it back here. 2 straight rounds here for Levi. 1 more hit is all he needs. KenCritical, hold on. He didn't finish the Jinryu kick, so he's actually going to end it early. Going for the low dash in. Doing it one more time for the people in the back that missed it. Oh, he's going to try to bring this back, and he does!
No.
Hold up! I've spoken too soon. Commentators curse strikes again as KenCritical strikes fear into your heart, brings it all the way back to 1 HP. Definitely a clip moment. Khalil's got that button unlocked.
No panic there from KenCritical, getting the drive gauge back, having the meter to burn, but Levi forcing the burn out there, and KenCritical saw the opportunity and pushed forward to get the win and just sneak one out, but Levi finding their rhythm here, defending as much as they can, and looks like they're falling into old habits, jumping into a Shoryu.
He's still got access to level 3 as well, so 1 more hit confirm could be a really bad position for Levi. As well as again, he's been doing so good a job at like mixing up when he wants to finish his actual Jinryu kicks and when he wants to let it rock early. Throws gonna get punish counter with the level 2. Not gonna touch grass quite yet. But now we are.
But this will force a burnout.
Oh my gosh! Level 3, I knew it! You must have forgotten what the M in Masters stands for. It ain't Masters, bro. It's Ken Modern. You gotta worry about that 1 button level 3, baby.
Now the Jinra, now both are in burnout, but Ken's gonna get the drive gauge back, and we're gonna see a repeat, I feel, of what happened last time. Drive gauge in Ken's favor, and there it is, the run-up EX Shoryu to close out, and Ken takes it 2-0.
See, that's the checkmate position right there, because even if he tries to block it, chip damage is a factor when you're in burnout, and he definitely would have been chipped out right there. Such a good read of the situation, and just like that, from Ken being on the precipice of defeat, brings it back, and now actually in the lead 2-0, and Levi actually going to opt to stick with the Elena. It wasn't a bad matchup, so I definitely agree with that pick, but it's one of those things, again, the secondary is coming out for a lot of these players tonight.
Yeah, it was a go. Speaking of good reads, as I was about to say, Levi with a good DI there. I was just about to say that one of the things that KenCritical has been, he's been good at the meter management and meter reading, but they're unfortunately missing their opportunity as Levi is now forcing the opening, gets the stun, and that'll close out the round in Levi's favor.
May miss opportunity. I'm not going to miss any opportunity to try to throw out a DI when you're neck deep in that corner.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, out of harm's way. Oh, God. Or is he DI retaliation? I got a 1-button super too, bro. And it's going to get you every single time. And I think he's going to do it one more time. No, I thought he was going to red from the rest there, but not taking his advantage. Just going to slow it down. Not going to use the level 3 yet. Didn't think he was going to kill, so it's just going to save it for a rainy day. And this, and just like that, storm clouds are brewing. Mom told me to go outside and touch grass. This is as close as I'm going to get.
Back kicking Ken right into the screen like a soccer ball, just sending it out and taking the game. And Levi is now on the board. Like you said earlier, you know, the Elena character pick was a good call. It gave him a little bit, seemed like a little bit more confidence, like you were saying before, instead of being defensive with Viper, being able to have more of an offensive flow. So Levi feels like they're sticking with it, but they tried to throw and they got punished for it. So KenCritical still has their timing all about them here.
Again, it's one of those things like, it's the way that Critical's been playing. It's just been super commanding with his playstyle, right? It's just, he just knows how to exude confidence that it's just been catching so many people throughout the entire night with like these 1-button supers, these 1-button ODs. And you see, now is no exception. Gonna use maybe a level 2? No, not gonna be able to build it up just in enough time. Fireball's gonna catch Levi trying to jump into the sky. DI trying to give him some breathing room, but he's still in a 1-hit scenario, so he's gotta be real careful on his approach.
Right now, Ken, I was just about to say Ken on burnout, but it didn't matter. He pushed in, got the finish, and now Ken's on set point.
All right, KenCritical barely missing out on top 8 last week, trying to change fate and make it into our winners finals this week. Definitely looking poised to do so. But again, Levi starting to find the answers, starting to see the vision.
Starting to understand, starting to see the vision, you know, but KenCritical right now in the corner, and he's gonna this level 3. This is gonna force a burnout while Levi is gonna go up to about 4 to 5 meters of drive gauge here.
This is perfect because now I'm. Oh my gosh, that was a big bait on the Shoryuken. I'm not gonna be able to get a punish. Still too far away. DI. Now he's in danger zone of that DI actually getting the wall splats. One more hit anyways. So yeah, he's just gonna do E. I was just gonna say, he might as well just do EX version, just chip him down. Here we go. Final round, game 4, but still set point for Critical to move on into that winner's finals. Can definitely try to close it out now with full meter, full resources in the tank, but is he gonna get an opportunity to use it?
Oh, Levi is just forcing the pressure overhead. Going for the sweeping side, keeping the pressure. Nice throw. Levi is in critical art range. Levi with the overhead and then finishes the sequence. And now again, 2-2.
Wow, triple overhead, man. Gotcha ducking, caught you flinching. And as well as things like you want to hold down back for a majority of the approaches for, you know, a good bulk of the cast. I think Elena is one of those characters that really strive and bank on you trying to duck into defense.
Yeah, because Elena's offense tends to go into those overheads. That's one of the big things, the mids and the overheads with Elena. But, oh, nice wake up DP there. Good low parry. The DI, nice reflex. Yeah.
I got plenty of time to react to that one. Back to the corner. Levi trying to put him in the dance of death once again. Oh, double throw. Maybe a triple? No, he's going to go for the low into the Jane Ryu kicks again. He baits out. Level 2. Yeah, you got to spend it right there just to make sure you confirm the kill. Shoyu Repa, baby. And here we go. Set point again for KenCritical. Been in this situation before, but Levi, no stranger to danger. Wants to run it back here. Take us to a final round. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Advantage falls a little bit on Levi's end. Nice, perfect parry. Advantage falls a little bit on Levi's end because Levi has more resources here. Ken had to blow the 2 meters on that last round. This might be a situation where Levi might open up to do the level 3 here because Levi has been known to do that at a moment's notice, especially if it meant getting a burnout or just whittling drive gauge or even to recover his own drive gauge here, but we'll see. I do have a feeling on the next opportunity Levi might try for that level 3. Oh, nice short here.
Told you, no fly zone. You cannot jump on me. Try to go for the low. Not going to be able to find the low connection, but he's still going to catch it with the buttons. Still been persistent with the throws. And as well as things like Ken's been really struggling on the defense, especially when he gets put into a corner. But once he gets Levi there, it's just been all lights out for him. Every single time, been finding a way to make these throws successful. Both players in burnout. Still, one situation, one touch is all they need for either player to be able to close out this round.
The projectile, Ken just pushing in. That's gonna finish. Boom. That's gonna chip out. Yeah.
Yep, super good call right there from KenCritical. Recognized that he was in the health advantage, and it was one of those things like if he had given one more focus heavy on the drive rush, and it's been paying off so far. So obviously playing in that winners final, so we're gonna go back down to our losers and see who's gonna be waiting on the wayside. But losers quarterfinals, myguywins versus EC. Let's go.
This is going to be a pretty interesting matchup considering the playstyle for Juri versus what Manon is accustomed to as a character. So this is going to be pretty curious to see what EC does with Juri in this predicament here. Nice jump over the command throw.
Yeah, as well as things, myguywin definitely has the Juri matchup. There's a ton of Juri players in Utah, so definitely not a foreign to the matchup. But it's one of those things. Have you tried EC's version? Coming out of Mexico, definitely somebody to be wary of. He's definitely a solid player, but solid is only going to take you so far. 1 HP in a dream. Trying to bait out potential meter, but the little toe taps is all you need.
Now, 1 HP in a dream, and unfortunately at the end, the little toe tap at the end, the dream turned into a nightmare as we go into the next round. But EC's now opening up, trying to drive rush in, and there's the command grab. myguywins on 3 medals. There's the drive rush into the command grab. We're at 4.
I'm smelling a 5th, right? I think a 5th one's coming. I know it's not going to be able. He knows, and I know that it's not going to kill, but it's one of those things that he just loves to add that mental stack going into the following sets because he knows it's a first to 3, as well as he loves to bait stuff out, and you saw it right there. I spoke it into existence. That's just his play style. Even when he's tried his hand at Tekken a little bit, and the same way, like I get frustrated trying to play him any fighting because he's just so methodical with his offense.
It was a good bait out there. You saw EC kind of get a little frustrated, go for the level 3, and now we see MyGuyWins already getting a medal, getting 2 medals on the board here. So we're going to see if anything can be made out of this, but EC pushing forward with their buffs, trying to go for the throw. Good throw escape.
Back to the corner, but again, not completely out of the fight. Oh, here I come!
Quite.
Okay, hold on. Hold the phone here. Overhead, didn't believe in it. Didn't want to go for any hit confirm, but still has control of the offense. Little toe tap for the punish counter, but not going to be enough to be able to close the distance. Double throw. One more time. One little toe tap. He's got no medallion, so I think he's going to try to close that distance again. Oh my gosh! One more hit. Hello!
Ooh, nice. Very nice. There's a little bit of that conditioning there because my guy has done the drive rush into the command throw, and that time my guy did the drive rush into the low to sort of set up that finishing sequence there. But EC now cashing out some of the meter and trying to get something back while forcing my guy into a corner.
Oh, for I don't know, maybe a quick little jab, but hey, I'm ready for whatever you throw at me, old man. 4 stacks here, and again, he's totally cool with this because he's still got another round to play with. So even if he loses this round, he's going to go into that potential final round with 4 medallions. Definitely some of this fear, but especially with you still have critical art as well. The game is not completely over. Okay, it might be over for this round.
Yeah, it's a unique situation because it's like, okay, you beat Manon, but Manon will come back in the next round a little stronger, you know?
You're only playing a better version of myself. Here we go. 5 stacks, so now that level 3 is going to be even more beefier on top of the command throws. Always something you got to keep on the back of your mind. And the only thing you're going to be seeing is death. One more mix-up. Got full meter in case he needs it. He's going to get the trade right there, but it looks like it's going to be a critical art from EC just to retaliate. Give himself some breathing room, give him some time to think. And what do you have to think about?
Got to consider how they're going to approach on this, and that's going to bring them close to it. There's the burnout. Good call. Follow up with the projectile to force the burnout. And now it's in EC's advantage, but that's going to rush it into the level 2.
Slow it down, young blood. Got to be real careful. I mean, you're in burnout, but you still have to take a look at the other resource that's just as important as that drive meter is the actual super bar. You saw MyGuyWins not going to take it lightly and immediately meet him with the level 2. Give him the second game. And just overall, looking like he knows how to control this wild and furious Juri.
Starting to get an actual, good handle of things here. Yeah, my guy is being able to control the distance, but right there you see with the wake up DP, and the cartwheel kicks in. Nice throw as they approach. Throwing the projectiles every now and then to kind of keep my guy on their toes, kind of keep them locked down a bit as they make their approach. Is a smart move. Good grab there. Nice DI.
Interesting. He's actually going to spend meter here. I think he's just trying to put him into burnout, and he's going to be able to do it with the string. MyGuyWins recognize that, so he tried to go for a button press. A little overzealous, but again, at one of those things, it was like a do or die situation, so I like the attempt.
I think it was an attempt at burnout, but also a positioning situation, because that forced my guy into the corner, and that made him have to kind of combat the Juri up close directly. So I feel like that was a positioning play as well there by EC.
Oh gosh. Full regen. What do I do about this positioning? I try to go for an ODDP and nothing happens. Set point from MyGuyWins once again. But remember, this is where he was at in winner's semifinals before he let it all slip away for that reverse sweep. So EC can definitely still bring things back. Let's see if MyGuyWins can close things out. Oh,
yeah, in that positioning, well, all I can say is, well, God wills it at this point. This is going to be a third of your health right here. Going to push in to get nice level 3. Yep, that's good. That's going to probably force my guy into burnout or come pretty close.
All right.
Close.
Online local, appreciate the raid. You guys are just tuning in for loser quarterfinals. MyGuyWins coming out of Utah, trying to bring things back, trying to close out this round. One hit confirm into a critical art. Could be able enough to close it out, but not going to be given an opportunity. EC just going to close things out with nothing but buttons, nothing but big lows. And you know Juri is very synonymous with getting those quick, cheap little lows that can really change the tide of the fight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, those cheesy, you know, quick little, cheeky rather, little lows at the end there that kind of force their way in. It's one of those things where they come out like snappy enough that you're like, huh, I just got hit by that. And you realize it like as the combo's like 5 hits in, you're like, huh, that's what happened. Okay. Yeah,
that's the worst one. I'm like, wait, what just happened? I just got clipped by a low, and now I'm watching the level 3 animation. What's going on?
Nice cartwheel kick. There's the DI that's going to close out the round. And EC looks like they're trying to come back. My guy wins. Is the momentum slipping away from them again?
No, not again. Don't let this happen. Don't do a repeat offender right here. Dropping the combo early. I think he wanted to try to go for another command throw mix. He's still going to find the command throw, but definitely mixing out on a ton of damage. One of those things, if you guys missed it earlier, winners semifinals, My Guy Wins was looking dominant. We had a 2-0 lead just like now, and let it all slip away. EC trying to repeat and show you guys the instant replay. Toe tap from range. Oh, caught him with the level 1. Still has opportunities to fight back.
Yeah, good reverse forces the position and allows EC to charge up the buffs here. And now EC's going to get drive gauge back, but so is My Guy. Now we're back just about even. That's, oh, nice. Whoa. EX cartwheel.
Okay, My Guy wins. Anti-air baits out the DP this time. This is perfect. This is perfect because now he's got 4 stacks going to a set point here.
With the level 3 as well.
Oh God, don't remind me, Regent. I don't need this, bro. That's the last thing Manon needs, man.
Yeah, with the level 3 that up.
5!
Now we're at 5. And the command throw, so that's a 30 of your health right there.
Oh gosh, the trade. Definitely pay off in his favor. My Guy wins. You need to live up to your name right now. Close it out. Don't go to a final game.
Ooh, overhead. I see My Guy's patience here, but that's going to burn him out.
That doesn't have any big anti-air moves, so you got to try to fight your way out the old-fashioned way. And a level 3, I didn't think he was going to hit, but he's barely going to connect right there. Not going to be anywhere close to death, but now probably going to even things up a little bit.
And gives EC some good drive gauge to make use of here.
Ah! Level 3, potentially. He's trying to figure it out. Did he get him? He got him! That's it. GG's. Dance of Death, baby. Critical art. Buzzer beater for My Guy wins. He was so close to losing that set, but not going to happen this time. Not going to repeat fate. Finally going to move on in our loser semifinals.
And that's a whole new added factor of Manon's style that is a factor of mental stack. But now, speaking of mental stack, we got LeviHakai with the Kimberly with the spray cans going up against Triumph's Modern Luke.
Interesting. The 4th character selection we're seeing from Levi. Let's see if we can make this one work. We saw the Elena a little bit earlier on that was finding some success, but not going to be able to beat the Modern Ken. Let's see if we're going to find any success with the Modern Luke, though. Kimberly already got 2 spray cans up and loaded, so you got to be careful. She's ready to make some music with that bad boy.
Ready to make some music and then paint the streets in her colors as she lands her super and then takes the round.
Dang, I thought he was going to be able to survive with a pixel, but he actually died right there. Holy mackerel. Excellent combo conversion. And this is what I was talking about, like, he just played, like, Levi just played at an in-person event in, I think it was New Jersey, and it was like 100 and something competitors for just Street Fighter, and he finished 7th place playing Manon primarily, and then all of a sudden now he pulled out the Elena, he's pulled out the Cammy, Kimberly. What character does this guy not play?
Yeah, like Levi is showing a fair bit of character mastery across the board, but right there, Triumph closing out there with their super, using the level 1 to knock Levi down a peg and taking this round, and now kind of starting on even kill. But as I was about to say, Levi still has the level 3 to worry about with the install, popping it on the first opportunity. So now this is going to change the complexion of the fight a fair bit.
Oh yeah, trying to change the complexion. Spray tans galore. Trying to cut you down. No, trying to go for a throw. It ain't going to work on me, young blood. I'm ready for it every day of the week. Going to spend it all because you already know it's art time. Let me get that gut. Wow, perfect retaliation again from Levi. Triumph was looking solid, but like I said, Levi just has the answers every single time.
Yeah, Levi popping that level 3 and immediately just painting the whole fight in a different shade. Seeing it in a new light, as it were. Oh, nice backdash to get away from the throw. But Levi tried to dash in, then eats the uppercut.
Ooh, boy.
Nice target combo.
Okay. You see Triumph just trying to play a little bit more slow, a little bit less costly on the drive, because you see right now he's kind of in a danger mode situation, because I mean sure he's got 4 bars, but you see like look how costly that dash is, right? It's like 2.5, so it's like a very costly expenditure to try to close that distance. Not really worth the risk. It's different from Ken. Ken's not as expensive, but at the same time still something you gotta worry about, and Levi is only worried about closing out the round.
And there you saw like Levi spend the 2 meters to be able to do that there too, which, you know, was a good call. It's going to leave Levi in a rough situation if he's going to need the buff, because we saw how much that turned the fight around last time. But we'll see if Levi can make the most out of the situation even without the buff that the level 3 install gives him.
I have no doubts. I think he'll definitely be doing a good job at closing out here, but Triumph, I think he's in a power position right now. All of a sudden, Levi bringing things back. Now... Okay. We're good, we're good. Triumph just gotta close this round out. If he can close out without spending any meter, that'd be great, but is Levi willing to spend? Not gonna spend it quite yet. Put him in the blender, put him in the mix. And now, just like the spray can shaking him up. Oh my gosh, EXDP. I was worried about him not spending any meter, and the only meter he's gonna worry about is his drive rush is gonna spend the EX version there. He's still coming into this round with level 3. Not Levi. Gonna spend it right away. Like you were talking about earlier, wants to jam it out right now. Take advantage of the install.
Absolutely. Oh, nice, perfect parry there into the punish counter, sending them close to the into the corner now, and not letting Levi get anything going with that level 3 install active. Does not want anything to come out of Kimberly here.
Oh, where are you going, baby? That's what I was talking about. Just going to use the drive rush to be able to close the distance. It's a costly expenditure, but it's a cost worth spending, because every single time you get that hit confirmed into level 3, you know you're going to be jumping for joy. And game number 2, going the way of Triumph. Looking solid on the modern Luke. Tying things up.
Yeah, it was a good call there to make sure Levi couldn't really get anything going. Kimberly's a very quick, very sprightly character when it comes to that. Very springy as a whole. And Triumph was able to just catch Levi at every opportunity when that came, even with the level 3 active, and Triumph sees that that's what they need to do. They need to keep on the offense so Levi can't get anything going. And nice, backing away out of slide range, landing the EX uppercut, and then gets the perfect. Triumph is starting to put together a winning formula.
That was crazy, dude. He just hit him with the James Harden, one little step back into the punish, and it's crazy because Kimberly, like, her slide has a really long, a lot of active frames, so the fact that he's still able to get that whip punish like that was like perfect spacing right there.
Yeah, like just barely, right? Like just a little bit out, and then still managed to land what they were going for at the end there.
Sorry, no apologies needed, Kimberly. Do your thing, chick. Find him to the corner. Trying to blend him up, but you see Buttons galore right now, trying to give himself some breathing room, try to fight his way out the old-fashioned way.
Nice jump in. Nice, activate the level 3 here, okay. Gonna pop it a little bit earlier compared to the previous rounds.
He's trying to fight back. Oh, man. Is he gonna spend the critical art, though?
He's gonna have to.
He is, okay.
Yeah.
Too slow. Not going to kill, but it's definitely going to mean a one-hit scenario for both of these players, so you got to be real careful, especially with both of them being in burnout. Chip damage is definitely a factor. No EXDP is needed. No! Triumph now has to go into that round with nothing. Still got the buff going for Levi.
Unfortunate situation, because I feel like that was a really strong play there, but you know, sometimes you gamble, it doesn't pay off in these games. That risk-reward factor, and it didn't go in Triumph's favor, but Triumph not bothered. He's like, okay, readjust, keep the pressure on, force Levi into a corner, we're fine.
Yeah, it's one thing you can't blink, right? You can't hesitate at all going to the next match. Despite if it's a big win or big loss, you got to take it on the chin and just keep going next. You see both of them working on level 2, but Levi much closer. Oh, trying to get the hit confirm. Not going to be able to get a triple low, light low confirm, but nothing off of it. Triumph got to be really careful. Because when I say that, one button level 2 is all that's needed to dash through any hopes of you bringing it back. And man, Triumph, I was talking about it before, is again the modern gameplay. It's just one of those things you always got to be keep it in the back of your mind. And Levi recognizing that potentially the Kimberly is his last chance, not gonna chance it on there, and swapping over to the Elena.
That was a very, very tight situation there. Like you said, the modern control scheme allowing him to snap off that level 2 at the right time, and now Elena coming out to play. You're gonna dance the dance of life in this battle as Levi fighting for their life here in this loser's quarters.
Gotta channel the inner capoeira if you want to try to bring this back here. Levi betting it all on the Elena. Let's see if we can find some success here. Whereas Triumph gonna do the old OG strategies, is they're beating the brakes off her opponent just to try to make it happen.
Nice punish counter there. The Rhino Horn is gonna, drive rush in. Triumph was waiting for it, but then Levi stopped, pumped the brakes, and then put full throttle right afterwards and closes out the round.
All right. Levi, not out of this yet. Looking pretty solid right now. Again, this was the answer that he had for KenCritical. Unfortunately, didn't take that match either, but Triumph still has got to make sure he digs deep to try to get another round on this board. Otherwise, Levi's going to definitely run away with this. Oh, the whip punish. Able to get something going, but right back at you.
Good counter from both players here. Rhino Horn into the level 3. This, I don't know if it's going to kill, but it'll definitely burn out. Oh, it didn't even burn out. Wow.
Still an opportunity, so just watch out for that DI. Trying to make something out with the jump in. Oh my gosh. Level 3 for level 3. Nice cinematic. Let's watch mine now.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Especially with Triumph getting the critical art here. But that, unfortunately, pushes in and then leads themselves into an unsafe situation now. Levi ties it up 2-2.
Why did he do that? That was so risky. So not really worth the risk at all. Like, normally he's been doing real solid when it comes to, like, taking chances. But that one was really swinging for the fences. Absolutely swinging at the slider. And caught nothing but going back to the dugout. Rethink your strategy. Final game here in losers quarterfinals.
Right now, Levi. Oh, nice punish. I was about to say Levi pushing in, but Triumph ready for it. Just stuck his fist out.
Wow. As long as it's his fist regen, that's all I'm worried about. Nice little trade right there.
Sandblast coming through, but jumps over does Levi, and now forced into the corner, and that should close out the round. Yes, it does. Levi is now on set point.
Bringing it back here with the Elena. Yeah, you're only going to get away with one Sandblast. The second one will cost him, and it's going to cost him his life. Just like, again, he tried to go for a quick little low tap. It's going to be met again with the punish counter. Levi, like I said, exceptionally well getting these whip punches, able to close that distance so aggressively. And it really makes these modern players pay for just a simple little low check. A relatively safe one, too.
Jeez, as we say that, Triumph catching them with the level 2, that quick snap level 2, as Triumph is now pushing in, burned themselves out, but I think they see an opening here.
Oh, one more hit. Oh God, DI to get himself out of harm's way. Levi can try to close this out here. One hit confirmed into the critical art is all he needs, and that's all you're gonna get is the grass. As I'm gonna bury you deep in the ground here, close out the set. It wasn't a full reverse sweep, but he brought it back from a 2-1 deficit, closing out the set with the Elena. I'm liking
interesting to see how players adapt on the higher end of play when it comes to modern versus classic, as we head into our winners finals with Jimmy Doctor versus KenCritical. And speaking of modern, KenCritical with the modern Ken versus the classic Marisa.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to keep emphasizing about like the modern versus classic playstyle, because look at that, we're running back-to-back matches We're 2 modern players making it to our top 8, and again, it's not nothing to talk about like scoff of their skill. You can't make it to winners finals without having knowledge of the game. You gotta know ball.
Yes, you have to know the game, know the situation, know the matchups. But look at that, as we were talking earlier, that instant DP.
Oh my god! I was talking about you gotta know ball. What does he do? He does DP into EXDP. Never mind.
DP.
Don't need him know ball. Just smash the button and you'll get it, right? And then just spam Hadouken at range 4. KenCritical, please, bro. You're not making a case for you guys.
I'm afraid to inform you of this, Mr. Leapfrog, but I do believe your point has been nullified.
Bro, I'm gonna throw up. He has not played like that at all. The one time I said like, hey, you gotta respect him, he does the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen. Unreal. Jimmy, put him in the ground.
Absolutely, that was insane. As we see the Tatsu and then nice throw, nice punish counter.
He's just Ken players. Hey, I take offense. I'm a Ken player. I also play on my Ken. I won't tell him that. Ryu finding it smart, and also Jimmy using the armor, but actually putting himself in a burnout situation. So a very risky call out right there, but let's see if he's gonna make it pay off. Ryu kicks just now applying even more pressure because the only thing you have to worry about is that level 3 potentially in between the strings. And I don't think Jimmy is one of those players that likes to spend it randomly. He's more of a guy who likes to use level 2s, but okay, never mind.
Nice.
Why do I even say anything here, Regen? I keep jinxing it.
But in fairness, that was a good call because that wasn't a random level 3. That was a good call on doing it during the Hadouken, knowing from previous match experience that that level 3 will go through that and take out someone. I think that was like a really strong read there by Jimmy Doctor. He came in there with the thesis prepared and read it out for the university to see.
Bro, and like I said, it's just one of those things. I think Jimmy just really knows when to, go hard in the paint and when to kind of play it slow. That's why I was talking about like why his armor usage is something to really take note of. I think he's been doing it exceptionally well. Even when it puts him into burnout, he's willing to do it at the opportune moments.
Right, and it's where it's not so disadvantageous for him to be at burnout, where he's like, I will sacrifice my drive gauge to be in that position. Like right now, we see it. He's at burnout, but he's still finding his way to try to get something going, try to reach in, to poke. And KenCritical is backed into a corner, eating hits here and there. Eating bits of damage here and there. So right there, Jimmy DR taking the round and closing it out.
My fault. Khalil had to yell at me and tell me it's actually DR for Dominican Republic, not doctor. My fault, OG. I just think the way you've been playing, it's been so smart. I just assumed you're a doctor in some capacity, or you're just a fake doctor. You're probably a dentist.
See, this is what happens when I follow you, Leapfrog, and I fall off the cliff because I was over here like he probably knows this player more than I do because I was saying Jimmy DR and you're saying Jimmy Doctor. I'm like, you know what? I'll default to Leapfrog, and then this happens.
Has your mom never told you if your friend jumps off a cliff, are you gonna jump off with them, bro? That's exactly what you're doing. You're following me. I'm doing flips off of the bridge, and you are following suit.
Listen, your name is Mr. Leapfrog. You left over. I join you, but I forgot to sprout my wings. Okay, give me a moment here.
It's all right, bro. Grab a Red Bull, and you'll be right on suit, man.
Oh my goodness! As we see Jimmy DR now up 2-0 against KenCritical. We're waiting for the match waiting for the next game in this set to go winners finals. Whereas
dude, Jimmy just put M in the chat, bro. He's toxic, bro. Toxic. Oh man. Goodness. All right, let's see what Ken's gonna think to try to retaliate with. I like him taking time and actually contemplate. All jokes aside, I really do try to emphasize like how important taking a moment to think about what you need to approach with, especially losing 0-2 to start. You still can bring it back. You just gotta, find a new game plan going into this.
Right, there's that aspect of, because you're down 2-0, you have to figure out, okay, what's going wrong here? What is happening here? Is it exactly the character matchup? And we're going to see KenCritical probably going to stick with Ken. Yep, they're going to stick with Ken. It's their namesake, sure. And now it's like, okay, you stick with the character. What do I need to change in the approach? And taking that extra time to kind of adjust and sort of reset gives them the opportunity to come back in here, but Jimmy DR just pushing in and immediately going at them while Ken answers with the EXDP.
Again, I think he's definitely changed up his game plan. I think he's playing a little bit more methodical. Okay. Yeah, just never mind. Just play the game. Play the game, Ken. Just play the game. Well, I don't know why I try to say these things. Triple DP right now is just making me eat my words every situation. Trying to get himself out of burnout, can definitely do so, but he's got to be real careful where he's positioning himself. He thought a DI was going to be able to come out right there, but unfortunately he just mistimed it, misread the situation. And now we go to a set point here for Jimmy DR to move on into grand finals.
Jimmy really making the most of the pressure that they can get in those sort of high conflict situations, so to speak. Just sort of being like that, pushing the armor and trying to get in their face. But unfortunately that time, KenCritical able to answer with their own. Nice throw break there, however.
Back to the corner. KenCritical's in a really good spot right now, so he's not trying to chance anything. He's worried about the armor. He's worried about. I think he's just playing reactive the rest of the set. He probably, you know, maybe talking to a coach, maybe talking to somebody watching him. It's like, hey man, you know what you need to do? You need to just DP when they make an approach every single time, because that's one big change. Oh no, the low confirm, and with a big combo like this into level 3, that's all you're gonna get. A 3-0 victory here for Jimmy DR. Moving on into grand finals. KenCritical. Bag blown out right now. Back to the wall. The only thing you're met with is the loss. Good stuff to Jimmy DR. Found the reactions, found the attitude.
And we're going straight into a Manon mirror match?
Right. I just want to say, I already alluded to it earlier, the in-person event, the LAN, the offline that Levi competed in, over 100 players, finished 7th place down in New Jersey, ran the Manon. So actually opting to pull out the Manon here against a fellow Manon player from Utah. My guy wins, still first to 3 the rest of the night. But alas, let's see who's going to take it here in this Giga Banger match. Who's going to grab who?
Going to be a very interesting sort of matchup here, because obviously, you know, with mirror matches both players will have the same strength, so now it's going to very much come down to that player knowledge of how to take the most advantage of that. That's going to leave them with a sliver, good perfect parry, and that's good. Nice side switch.
It was a reset into another reset, the good old American reset coming at you. 2 stacks each here. But again, I think Levi's doing a good job at kind of mitigating the offense. I know how to play that character too, so don't try me. Both of them willing to use level 1s, despite the combo not being anywhere close to killing.
Yeah, because the level 1's a good mobility tool as well. Get you out of the corner, get you on the other side. It, you know, is a good. It's actually Manon's like main tool for those situations, which is kind of unfortunate that the main tool that Manon has for mobility or for, you know, get away from me, the get off me button is a level 1. So nice jump to avoid the command throw, perfectly timed.
Oh boy! Oh man, my guy wins in the pink, Levi in the gray. Not great from, oh man, big call out right there into the dance of death. Game number 1 going over to my guy wins. And I don't know if Levi's going to stay on. I think as well as he understands it a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, he's been missing out on a couple of little interactions here and there. I mean, again, Levi's played like 5 or 6 different characters tonight, and he's still sticking it out with the Manon. Okay, the respect.
I wonder if this is going to be like a pride situation or a situation of like wanting to see how far they can take this, or maybe they see something that, because those fights were actually pretty close, maybe Levi sees something along the lines of an opening they can use with their Manon against My Guy Wins Manon.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's one of those things, everything that Levi's done tonight is definitely methodical. There's not a single time when he's doing something like, why did he do that? Why would you ever think to stay play Manon mirror match? No, he's definitely got the options. Level 1, swapping sides, but now one more interaction, chip damage becoming a factor, and you know he's going to do the 3+4 right there, the dance string with Lily. Man, I definitely mixed up my games right there. That was crazy.
I mean, hey, there's some of that similarity with those moves, but right now, Levi answering back from the previous game pretty well.
That's crazy. I legit, that's 100% a Lily move, and I just mixed it up with Lily from Tekken. That's awesome.
I mean, there's that ballet influence for both characters. You see dancing with them and then throwing them into the ground, you know. Oh! Nice!
Well, might as well keep it going. Rage Art coming out here for Levi at full health.
Closing it out with the Rage Art, they're getting the perfect.
Manon wins.
Bringing it back, see what I was talking about. I don't question Levi at all, dude. Stayed on the Manon, brought it back with a perfect 1 game apiece now. Let's go.
Yeah, minor adjustments made to make the closeness of that match go closer to Levi's favor. Well played there, well adjusted, but now it's on myguywins to counter those adjustments with their own.
And you see right there, he's willing to interrupt the lows. Long legs, long poke tools from Manon, and it always answers with the other long range poke tools. A lot of that drive rush, trying to go for a little toe tap, try to get a big confirm into an easy, guaranteed like command throw. Not guaranteed, but it's one of those things you're going to be expecting to string and not willing to try to tech or try to jump instinctively there. Oh, and you see them both going airborne because neither of them are trying to get caught by the command throw. You can see myguywins ready to go for the punish. One more interaction, the low sweep, go for the hard knockdown. Trying to cross him up, not going to fight it though. Driving back, no connection, and he's going to punish counter with the command throw. Still alive though. DI still kicks him off. Oh gosh.
Wow, wow, that was a very hectic exchange there. Almost turned around entirely in that situation where they had an opportunity, but it was whiffed earlier, and then the momentum shifted, and now Levi on the board with the round victory, and starting to turn it in their favor does myguywins with the level 2, pushing Levi into the corner.
Okay, gonna keep his plus frames, gonna take advantage with the drive rush, not gonna be able to find it, no whip punish either. Just outside of range, didn't want to spend anything too big. You see them both prowling, they're hunting for them ankles, and you can see the slide coming out from Levi instead. The only thing you're gonna be met with is the dance. And now 4 medallions on for myguywins. That's one thing I was talking about, like they're both playing the same characters, but vastly different play styles.
Yeah, and there was a good situation in the first round where it looked like myguywins actually had Levi's timing, where Levi shimmied into the combo start that almost turned the momentum completely around in myguywins' favor. And now myguywins is finding their momentum again in the second and the third round here, and this should close it out with the level 3, taking it with 5 medals to boot, and this will put myguywins up 2 games to 1.
And this is overkill right here because he had the 5 medallion buff on top of all that. It basically turns into another critical art. And then when you add critical art on top of that, just forget about it, bro. There's so much damage on the field. And Levi actually going to stick it all the way out with the Manon. I thought we might see like a Kimberly or an Elena swap, but this time he's just going to stick it out. No more changes, no more second chances here. Let's see if we can make it happen with the Manon on the mirror match here. If you don't like Manon, you're really disappointed in this match.
See, on my end, I love Manon, so this is up my alley entirely. This mirror match has been really fun to see, especially seeing how both these players approach. As I was saying before in the previous game, shimmying into the counter hit, and that time was the opposite direction. myguywins getting shimmied into that, but looks like my guy is trying to get some medals in here. Drive rush, tried the command throw, but gets jumped and clipped for it.
See, I know what you're trying to do. I've played this character before. I know you want to try to go for another command throw, because it's one of those things like if he was able to get that command throw connection, not only would it have tied up the medallion count, but then also would have given an opportunity to bring it back in that round. So not willing to risk it for the biscuit. And again, a lot of the slides have been coming out. A lot of these lows have been so prevalent in this matchup. So the overheads have been so much more beefy. And just while I was talking about the overheads, he tried to go for the slide again, but he's totally ready for the punish. And now, final round situation, set point for myguywins. Wants to take it in this Manon mirror match, but he's still got to do one more round. And that's a lot coming against Levi.
But he's also got 5 medals and the level 3 in the waiting, so there's opportunity for big damage. Levi is going to cash out here at 3 medals. This is going to do some hefty damage all the same.
All right.
Just under 50%. Oh no!
The reaction! He's ready.
And this'll do more than 50%.
I'm going to say this might be a little bit more than 50% now that I got my 5 stacks. And Saw the face that she
Not
made. That's the
quite.
face I'm making right now. Not able to get the whip punish. Both in burnout, but My Guy Wins is really close to getting out of that situation. Being able to recharge, revitalize, and that's not something you want to deal with a fully charged Manon. Especially with full stacks of meter and the level 1 just in the nick of time. Doesn't even need drive rush to be able to close out that round. Final game situation. Going the distance here. Levi versus My Guy Wins. Who's going to move on? Is Levi going to try to get that run back in that losers finals? Or is My Guy Wins just trying to maintain his 3rd place or better streak? 2 weeks in a row. Last week he finished 3rd. Let's see if he can finish better this week.
Levi showed some really strong situational and meter awareness in that last game, and I want to see if he continues with that awareness here in regards to how he approaches against My Guy Wins. But My Guy's just pushing in, going for the command throw, going for it again. Then there's the burnout.
And again, he's been really taking advantage of it. Command throw as well. Oh my gosh, right back at you. Careful, one-hit situation on both of them. Dude, if he gets another command throw right back, I might... Oh, level 1!
Oh.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do there because chip damage would have definitely killed on top of all that. Level 2 is such a good call right there. Now set point for Levi. Doesn't have a whole lot of resources going into this round. Trying to go for a command throw, immediately going to get punished. Luckily, he didn't get anything big off of that. Oh, just when I say that. Level 3, got him.
Walking right into level 3 there, but something I'm noticing is that My Guy with drive rushes, Levi is getting conditioned to jump on the drive rush because of the attempted command throw. So I'm wondering if that's going to impact the approach in any fashion, but Levi is going to push in with the drive rush, try to force the corner, but nice cross up there by My Guy Wins.
Oh my gosh, and that's might be enough. One more mix. He's going to go straight into the big expenditure. Command throw sets the tone. Level 5 going into a final round. Who's going to move on here? Levi wants to try to bring things back, but My Guy Wins. Wants to maintain that streak. Let's go. DI, he's ready for it.
Good counter, get into the corner. Oh, nice. My Guy tried for the cross-up again there. Levi ready, going for their own cross-up.
Oh, man. Back to the corner. Not going to be able to spend any meter here. In burnout, in a really bad position now. Got to worry about the level 3. My Guy Wins to play a little bit more defensive. The slide coming in. Straight into level 5's throw. Big damage. Watch out for the level 3 now. Oh, the level 2. He blocks it.
Nice block,
Oh,
and
no!
that's going to hurt here. He's going to push in with the drive rush, and this is going to lead into the corner. Oh no! DI caught into the 5 metal command throw, but wakes up with the drive counter.
Oh! What hit? What hits? And the toe tap is all that he needs. He interrupts the approach right there. So risky. He had access to level 3 right there. If he even called it out, went for the critical art, that would have been dead for him. But it's the mind games you have to worry about for certain players. And again, you can play the same exact character, completely different play styles. But let's see if he can keep this play style up and find another successful win. KenCritical trying to get the run back in that grand finals, but My Guy Wins, trying to finish a little bit better than he did last week. So let's go back into it. Losers finals here. Give me some action. 4 stacks already. Holy crap. I blinked. I wasn't even finished talking and already 5 stacks, by the way.
I was about to make a comment on how this style of matchup is incredibly dangerous for Manon, but My Guy Wins pushing through already with 5 metal going into round 2, because there is that factor of like the projectile, so you got long range and then you got close range, but My Guy Wins is just pushing in with no fear, not letting themselves be intimidated by anything that KenCritical can do.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, KenCritical's not one to flinch. He definitely has the persistence. You see right there, he baits out the parry attempt, empty jump into nothing, and this time he's gonna jump into the drive rush dash in, and unfortunately gonna cross himself up into the level 3, and that's gonna be dead for this round. GG's, take my hand, let's do the dance. Game number 1, second match.
Nicely finished there. My Guy Wins, running through that one. That's kind of impressive. So that's pretty atypical for how a Manon match would go in that scenario, in my experience. Manon having the mid-range, the mid-range quirks that she does, but Ken, or like the Shotos in general, having long range and close range, as we see here. KenCritical with the Shoryu catching myguywins there and now trying to get the close range game going. But there you see myguywins coming in with the, oh wow, winning with the command throw, the DI reflex, and then landing the command throw again. And now myguywins on 4 medals, and KenCritical on burnout. Going for the Jinrai kicks, the low toe taps there by myguywins. Spinning through the Hadouken, nice. The timing for that is super tight. A lot of players may not realize that. Matching super for super does KenCritical, however. And meeting the DI with a super again. KenCritical starting to fight their way back, and now that brings them back into a drive gauge situation. Drive rushing in and taking the round as KenCritical. Going to round 2. Hadouken. Rushing front kick. Drive rush into the Tatsu. It's going to force myguywins into the corner. Let's see what he does here. The pokes. Anti-air with the Shoryu, but myguywins, good gauging of distance to land the command throw. He's going to pull them in. Do the low sweeps. Hadouken pulls it up with the push, but no, the drive rush met with a quick slap into the level 2. Now myguywins ties it up, 1 round apiece, going into the final round.
He's back into it, man. That's what I was talking about. Don't count him out, man. You blink and you miss it. Oh, and just like that, yeah, I told you, here I come, baby. Oh my gosh, Shoryu Repa coming out of nowhere for Ken.
Nice low, the drive rush. Pushing in, and again the pressure, but Ken's now burnt himself out, which is a dangerous place to be.
He's just, right here, dude, he's just waiting for one opportunity. He's trying to bait out a level 3. You see that empty drive rush into drive dash into nothing, and now this time he's going to go into the level 2, get the kill, get the confirm, and a dominant 2 games right now from myguywins. It felt like KenCritical was in control for a little bit, but once he got kind of backed into a corner, it's kind of predictable when he wants to try to fight his way out.
Yeah, there were 2 things there that myguywins was doing that really set the tone. Being able to like pirouette past the Hadouken, which as I mentioned earlier, that timing is a lot tighter than people realize to do, you know, on any sort of level. And then being able to like force him into a corner and then read the distance on how far the command throw moves Manon forward to catch KenCritical, you know, at some crucial situations here. But right now, the momentum's reversed. KenCritical DI, myguywins into the corner.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be careful, try to fight your way out. Throw looping, give him one more for the people in the back. Oh my gosh, he just jumps his way out, but he immediately yanks him back in. Big whip punish right there. And KenCritical, again, similar strike to last time, where he got that first round, looked dominant, and all of a sudden, you know, adaptation from myguywins to try to bring things back. Shoryu Repa.
Again, that pirouette past the Hadouken, and then going for the kick afterwards, maybe hoping to catch the punish counter off the perfect parry. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it certainly gives a medal to Manon here.
Uh-oh. Speaking of medals, he's looking like he's hungry for the 5th. Yes, of course it is. I've watched him play enough times where I can tell you through and through when he's going to try to go for another command throw. He was fiending for it. For guys who are not aware of his background, myguywins used to go to my locals. I've seen him in person. Think of some beefy guy, some scrawny kid, bruh.
Oh no, level 3 through the DI.
Oh my gosh, Shoryu Repa, baby, give it to him. Not gonna be dead, but burnout situation now. He just kind of gets one more time, jumping over it.
Oh no, that's gonna kill.
Oh my gosh, 7 point for myguywins. What happened?
So the Hadouken came in, and then myguywins jumped over clean, clipped them with the kick, with the heavy kick, and then again gauging the distance. That has been what myguywins has been able to do with their command throw. Gauging the distance that particular throw slides Manon forward depending on the strength that you use for that command throw. And catching KenCritical, I believe doing the light version slides them the furthest forward. And right now, momentum is all on myguywins' side right here with 5 medals and the health advantage.
Gotta be careful. KenCritical is in death's doorstep. One grab is all that he needs to be able to close it out. Is he gonna spend the level 2? Not gonna be able to spend it quite yet. One more he confirms should be enough to do it. Level 1, not gonna kill, but it's gonna give him some breathing room. Hadouken, he's gonna do it again. DI, not enough to kill. Juri kicks. Oh my gosh. I can't believe he didn't bite there, but I guess it was one of those situations that level 1 would have done enough chip damage, I think, to kill anyways.
I believe so, yes. It would have been GG's either way in that predicament. Oh, nice. Blocks the shorty Repa. Is going to combo into the quarter circle forward throw. Nicely done. And then gets the command throw follow-up, so already 50% health taken.
Oh gosh, one more throw for the people in the back that missed it. I'm smelling it. Yep. Yes, sirree. Perfect game. Another set point for myguywins. 4 stacks on the board. KenCritical. Gotta dig deep here if you want to try to find a round and try to bring things back. I ain't gonna work.
Nice little command throw there. But unfortunately, not getting much out of that on Wake Up. KenCritical with the Tatsu and forcing their way back into the corner. myguywins scrapping out of it, but eats an EX Shoryu out of the corner.
I will say he's been playing so patient, but I think now myguywins is trying to go for the kill, trying to go for the gusto. And speak of the devil, one more throw like that, and that's definitely going to spell death. GG, shake my hand. Nowhere left for you to run, my boy. You're going to be dancing with me all night long. 3-1 victory for myguywins. And this week, last week he finished 3rd. This week, he's got a minimum of a 2nd place finish. And now he's got to deal with the beast.
You know, taking 3rd place as we head now into our grand finals with Jimmy DR against myguywins, a rematch from our winner semifinals, actually.
They want the run back, I was telling you, man. Either way, we're going to get a run back one way or another. And you can see right now, it's looking like it's going to be a repeat performance for Jimmy Dominican Republic, unless myguywins try to make some adaptations right now.
Right now, Jimmy's rushing through, because this was the match we talked about before. When this match happened, Jimmy's rush down made it a problem for myguywins Manon. This is what sent myguywins down to the loser's bracket initially.
He ratified his way out, but he's back here in action. Woo, boy. Oh, there you go. Hey, you know what? Answer offense with even more offense, right? This is a way I can kind of answer back.
Right. It's an unfortunate position because it is the only way Manon can answer back is to blow meter, and that leaves Manon in a weird spot. But right now, answering DI for DI, that works.
On guard. And the low tap, of course, and into the command throw. That's the tried and true way for myguywins to close out these rounds. Final round, game number 1. Let's go. And for those who don't know, it's a traditional double elimination bracket after the ladder, so myguywins does need to send Jimmy down to losers.
That's right, and last time this matchup happened, it was a 3-2 very close game. Let's not forget that. Now let's see how this plays out here with now on grand finals, Jimmy DR and myguywins. We see myguywins trying to bake something out with the empty jumps.
He did. I think it was mostly, I think
No.
He did too many empty jumps there. Luckily, he's not able to do a big confirm off the combo because he just put himself into burnout. I think it was one of those things myguywins had that in the back of his mind, just trying to force him to burn himself out. Now I think he's just trying to bait out a level 3. Oh, the trade! Crap! And that's the thing, you play so defensively, and despite all that, Jimmy DR just beating the brakes off of him even when he's in burnout.
Yeah, trying to bait out looked like a level 3, but Jimmy DR not needing it at all. Just pushing and punching through, ripping and tearing clean through that as we see Jimmy pushing in and keeping that onslaught from the previous games in play here.
Yeah, again, it's one to say I think myguywins just does an excellent job of putting it in, but does he know how to pull out? That's going to be the ultimate question going into this matchup. And when you're playing against Marisa, she's the king of keeping you like in that like death's grip, right? She's got that gorilla grip, and she's not willing to let go.
Just sending myguywins across the floor, skating face first down the floor, just making sure that, you know, making sure myguywins got a good look at the tiling there. As right now, myguywins answering back with the throws, getting a regular throw there. but now doing heavy damage. Regular throw here.
Yeah, I'm surprised. 2 of those command throws would have been perfect going into the final round situation. But hey, still a successful round here for MyGuyWins. But again, we've been in this situation before. Jimmy DR knows what to do. He's going to try to make him play the patience game and make it pay off in his favor. Going to be able to parry right there, but still getting the punish counter just out of sight of range. Slido going into another low. 3rd low in a row. I can give a low right back to you. I want them ankles too.
Yeah, MyGuyWins making good use of the sliding helicopter spin there. Nice punish counter into the level 3. Yes, you do. Right into the level 3. This should burn out Jimmy DR and leave them in a good spot while MyGuyWins recuperates a fair bit of drive gauge here.
All right, got to be careful though. Level 3 still on the table. But again, I want to say be careful, but at the same time, like, you don't want to give Jimmy DR... Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. You don't want to give him any type of opening because you could have been rushing down, you could have been doing the string that could really blow him up, but now you're met with the heart, not going to be enough to kill. EX versus EX! Oh my gosh, he's ready! And that's what I was talking about. That's another round that it felt like MyGuyWins was in control. He put him into burnout and he kind of just let him come back.
Incredibly scary situation there. The armor being able to push through, both. It's kind of like an interesting, like, both players thought of the same thing but with different characters sort of thing. But Jimmy DR had the advantage there and was able to push through and take that. And now Jimmy got one more game to win, and that will set Jimmy up for these grand finals.
Oh man. Oh, double parry, triple, he could have actually held it for the 3rd time. That would have been crazy work because it would have put him in burnout, but I don't know if he was expecting it. Oh, speaking of burnout, my guy actually willing to put himself into it. Anti-air zone, not gonna let you fly here. Oh, gonna catch him again with a level 1. Give him some breathing room. Trying to do the jump. Gotta be careful though, if he gets into this corner, it could be death.
MyGuyWins needs all the momentum they can get in this situation. Nice! Nicely done. Catching him on the Russian, poking, and then gets the follow-up command throw, the hit throw, excuse me. And with that puts my guy at 4 medals and a round win.
Okay, you know what? That's what I need him to do. I wish he did that all those other times that he was trying to play patiently and trying to bait out that level 3. Okay. This is ridiculous. I don't understand. How does he know when to pull out that level 1? Because every single time he's been playing so patient, so methodical. Luckily, it's not a huge expenditure, but it's one of those things I think MyGuyWins could definitely close out the match here, especially with that level 2. Yes, sirree. But again, a drastic turnaround here. I think he needs to keep playing to this level of veracity if he wants to try to close out any of these games.
I 100% agree. It's a good way to keep Marisa on her toes as we go through this as well. And MyGuyWins was able to kind of like stop those. Ooh, nice far-reaching punch. As I was about to say, with Manon, standing, mid-punch, I was able to stop Marisa's approach. But Jimmy, quick adaptations coming in and already destroying like 80% of their health bar.
And there goes the other 80% right, or the other 20% right here. Don't ask me to do math, but ask me when the grand finals set or tournament point is going to be, and I'll tell you, it's going to be right now here, Regent. Jimmy DR needs one more round to close out the set and close out the tournament.
It's not over yet, though. See MyGuyWins trying to assert the pressure here. Good patience here, blocking the onslaught. Oh, burned them out, but they're not too concerned. Going for the cross-up, trying to swap them away, get something going. Nice punish counter. Pushing him into the corner, gonna go for a throw. Nice throw break.
Oh, okay, same situation last time. Don't give him breathing room. I think you just gotta check him with a couple of little drive rush lows. It's gonna get him out of burnout situations. Now he can't be worried about the DI. Oh man, I was just about to say Jimmy not willing to grab DI, but MyGuyWins is. Still tournament point here for Jimmy, but MyGuyWins trying to live up to his name, trying to bring us back to a final game situation. That would be crazy to bring this back.
You noticed before that MyGuyWins had like no medals before this round, and now they got 2 medals, so this will help them get extra damage in for the level 3. Did they build up enough just in time? I think they did.
No way.
There it is.
Oh my gosh, disgusting. Brought it back. And just like that, you blink and you miss it. It was 2-0 up for Jimmy, and now it's 2-2. My guy wins, trying to bring things back, trying to reset the bracket, and he can do so with one more win here. Can he do it? I'm asking the same thing, Scope. And right now, I'm getting real confident in his ability to be able to do so.
We've seen both players able to take, I should say, take and give damage in short order, as we see it get to level 1 again, perfectly timed.
Ooh, that's all he had. He's gonna spend it all. Is it gonna be worth it though? Again, he's just gonna jump back till he gets enough meter. Gonna bait something out potentially. He wants to see a level 1 right back. I don't think my guy wins is willing to do it. Armors through, gets the trade, but definitely in favor of Jimmy. Tournament point again, but my guy wins not out of this yet. We saw it time and time again.
Good drive parry here, good poke. Nice shimmying. Oh, nice, going for the spacing. Now my guy wins, trying to put some pressure. There it is, the drive rush into the course of a forward throw.
Oh gosh, armor's through. I can throw you too. Gotta get out of that corner. Try to go for another parry attempt as well as he did the double last time. Now I'm gonna hit with a double throw. No, dashed up and did nothing. Able to get that punish right there. Level 2, not gonna find success. Is he gonna level 2 right back? Doesn't even need it as he closes out the tournament with a 3-2 victory. Jimmy DR is your Paragon Online week number 2 champion.